Chloroform.
Yeah.
It's Carly.
Hello.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to next Friday, by the way. I'm going to shoot my guns.
Gonna shoot those guns.
You're complicit, Elliot.
I thought you liked guns. I think you're just
do.
being sarcastic, aren't you?
I do like guns, but you can't have it both ways, mate.
I never said anything about I'm anti-gun. Never said I was anti-gun.
I'm anti-bullets.
I'm anti-humans. Oh, I suppose that means to shoot people, doesn't it? Oh, look at these package deals. Oof. Oh, those are
Looks
expensive. I don't know if I want to buy those. Those are expensive. Oh, but look at the package.
Is Mark about?
He's here.
Just talking.
You must have me muted.
No,
Really?
he's popping it off and on.
He's
probably going to deal with the young child there.
Screaming flesh shack.
I'm looking at these packages that you can shoot. Oh, there's a 44 Magnum, 357 rifle, a 9mm handgun, and a 12-gauge shotgun.
Oh, he's setting up Twitch. That's what's happening.
Yeah, Twitch is done, man. I'm on Twitch. I'm live.
I missed your face, Mark.
It's been ages since I've been at work. That's why.
I know, you lazy shit. Get
I'm
back
doing
to
the
it.
next 7 nights in a row though with Tom. So.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
When?
Oh,
Friends, that's because my team, the Boston Red Sox, are into the World Series, and most of the games are going to happen while I'm on nights. So.
All right, yeah. So you might as well get paid to watch them.
Yep, that's why I have to do the extras.
I'd just like to point out that in the general podcast channel, Ruski has just put in the list of rules for tonight's podcast.
all right.
Go get me my Switch so I can play Octopath while recording.
Oh, hang on.
I give you it. I give you a high two.
Jabba's Palace.
I gave you all the food in this house.
Oh, Palestine.
That
No
shirt you're
wanking,
wearing?
no wanking,
I
no
gave you
wanking.
that.
Oh boy, well I've already broken the golden rule. Oh dear.
Which one was that? No wanking, by any chance?
I definitely knocked one out right before I came on the
I think
podcast.
my face is too big on the stream. I'm going to make it smaller.
I think your
You
face
have
is too
quite a
big in
big face.
general.
Thanks.
Where's Cinnamon Dan?
He's on the way back from Kent.
That's a bit better.
He's here.
Hello,
I
hello.
say his name
He
and
just arrived from
appeared
Kent in 1
like
second.
the angel Gabriel.
Yeah, guys.
Why is it that Gabriel gets all the press? Why can't we have like the Archangel Frank? You know?
No. Oh shit! The beers are spilled everywhere.
So we have the rules.
Here we go.
Well, what are you on?
You
Is that a punk IPA?
No, I'm on. I'm on
tonight.
Budvar, the original Budweiser Czech
Oh,
beer,
the-
not
the
the
good
American shit. Yeah, the good shit. So I've
Budvar.
Budvar. It's Czech. No, I would have. It's well, I got back in the bar about
Can
6.
you check on that and make sure you're saying the right thing?
Budvar.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Yes, I am.
You better check yourself.
Check
Before you wreck
yourself
yourself.
before you wreck
Well,
yourself.
Wow, I've already
Well,
used
it's the last
200
podcast.
megabytes. This
Colin,
is going to
just-
be taxing on me.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Evan.
Yeah.
You're a good boy. I don't care what they say.
Hello, Clarky. Hello, TOD's Gaming. That's a new person. Hello,
Hello, what?
TO Dice Gaming. I've not heard of that person in the community.
Got
Hello.
a new stalker.
Hello. So, who are we waiting on?
Stunty's not coming, so this is it.
Peeb said he'd come.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
he?
I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, I was in party chat with him yesterday for the first time in the longest time, and he said he was coming on. So
Yeah, but does he know to come on Discord?
No.
No, he's
Does
just
he
got
even know-
back in the Skype. He's probably sitting in a Skype on his own going, where are they?
Does he even know what Discord is?
I think he's on the Discord. I think he's...
Right. So do I have his text? Do I have his text message? He's I'm sorry, his email. Not his email.
Yeah,
His,
Mr. Peebs. He's on Discord. He's not online,
No.
but he's here.
Oh, okay.
No, oh, I've got his iPhone here. Get on Discord, you slag. I'm texting him now.
Nice.
Jesus.
So,
What was that noise?
just for
I'll
the
let-
people
I
who are
was getting
watching
that
on
out before.
Twitch, I'm going to leave the Discord chat open on the screen just so you can see what people are typing. I think that's pretty cool.
There
we go.
Yeah, scan up and down.
Yeah, I just sent him a text.
We should have an allocated couple minutes where if people want to jump in as well, just be like, hello, goodbye, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I don't actually know what episode number this is. I need to make sure.
The final
No.
episode.
We
Yeah,
lost
the
that
final
time.
episode.
Episode-
number.
Episode
Finale.
XXX, the one where we went off the rail.
477.
Not bad innings.
Yeah.
An
So I'll
odd
be wrong.
number though.
You have to come back next week then.
Does anyone want to hold out till 500? We can do it.
No.
Anyway, this is
Ollie, stop playing Octopath.
this is my
I'm not
website,
anymore.
my new website for those of you who want to venture on there. Watch my YouTube videos.
Look at his
Where
face.
is it?
Nah,
Look
no,
at
I'm
my
kidding. I'll watch
face.
them.
I'm actually going to change that banner at some point soon.
Why? We like
because-
your face.
Well, yes, I know I have a good-looking face. It's definitely a face for radio, but I think, yeah, you know.
How many mirrors have you broken by
And
looking
a
into
voice
them?
for the deaf.
So all this
So,
website
Webby,
is.
who bought you Call of Duty then? Who was it?
Well, Colin did actually because.
Ooh,
Well, it was a funny thing actually. Colin graciously sent me some money to buy Red Dead,
Mm-hmm.
so
Oh.
I actually pre-ordered a physical copy, and then
Yeah.
Kirk sent me a message on Facebook today and said, "Oh, just letting you know that Red Dead is downloading. I thought I'd buy it because you're poor." I was like, "Thanks, mate." And I said, "Well, Colin actually sent me the money for it, so I better tell Colin." And then Colin was just like, "Oh, I'll just buy COD of it, mate." I was like, "Sweet."
Job
Wow.
done.
you
Well,
bought it
well,
on the
away.
wrong platform though. You bought it on the Xbox. All the cool kids.
So you
on
went out and bought a
PlayStation.
cod and chips.
Yeah.
Oh, I was playing COD. Actually, I was playing a bit of Spider-Man as well because New Game Plus came out. Very
Oh.
exciting.
Do we
Still haven't
really
played
think we're
that
going
yet.
to talk about games today?
No.
No,
I hope
I'm just going
so.
to hit all the questions out. I'm going to do all the
Yeah.
questions first.
Right, we're going to start in 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Counting
Oh.
down.
What?
Did you get
So,
Soul Calibur then?
No, I haven't bought a game in ages.
Oh, fair enough.
I've been playing
Well,
Forza,
what-
but I haven't really played
Ah,
it for
you
over a week.
Bought Spider-Man, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I haven't finished that yet either.
Oh, what a game!
I even cancelled my pre-order of Red Dead because I don't think I'm going to play it. It's that bad, I'm afraid. My Mojo has fucked off.
Oh, man.
Damn, that's a
sucks.
shame.
Mhm.
I'm feeling good about gaming right now with Octopath. And
I've got too much
Dishonored
choice.
2,
It's really messy.
Fortnite,
I've got
Overwatch.
too much on at the moment, guys, as you probably know. So I don't know. Maybe at some point when I'm crippled and in my fucking destitute ways in my underpants.
God.
But is the
No.
Switch getting a lot of love these days on the trains and such?
No, I haven't taken it to work for ages. To be honest with
Oh.
you. No, I'm just.
What do you
I
do
sit-
on the train then? You just surf
Listen
the
to
internet
music.
and listen to music?
Yeah, listen to music, stare into space, comment on what people are eating,
Ah,
slowly
yes.
work out ways of how I'm going to exterminate other people, that kind of shit.
Exterminate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, new Doctor Who's on. We're competing
miss-
with Doctor
missing it.
Who.
Well, that'll be on later
Shit, I
once
haven't
the
watched
podcast
it.
is done.
Well, yeah, it comes out on iPlayer like literally as it finishes airing in the UK. So the last last 2 weeks, I've been getting up at 4 a.m. and watching it.
Oh, wow.
I'm not that addicted though.
That's not as bad as
I'll wait
me.
till tomorrow.
The final game of the baseball, the Red
Yeah.
Sox, I went to bed at 7:30 in the evening, and I set my alarm for 1:30 in the morning, so I would get up and
Jeez,
watch
man.
it. So I went to bed, set my alarm, got up and watched it. It was 4 hours long. Game
Fucking hell,
finished,
man.
went back to bed again.
No,
So
good
much
done.
baseball.
Yeah.
Hey,
enough.
Dan, what have you thought of the first 2 episodes? Because I've
Been
really
good.
enjoyed them.
Really
Yeah.
good.
I
Yeah.
liked how it was like a two-parter in a way, where it wasn't all
Yeah.
wrapped up in a bow at the end of episode 1. It was like an
Well,
overarching.
the-
Carry on, so.
The word on the street is that there's no original baddies at all, or old baddies in this new series. They're going to have completely new stuff.
What? No old ones at all.
No old ones at all. That's the rumor.
Yeah, I read that on
That makes sense.
BBC website a while back that because they've got a
I'm-
new writer in, they just wanna have entirely new stuff.
That's good.
I'm
I'm happy with that.
cautiously optimistic.
I mean,
I would like to see some
nice.
callbacks, but
That's
I'm
what they'll
I'm
probably
alright
do.
at the moment.
What they'll probably do is wait until season 2 and then do a massive
Yeah.
thing with like some arcing Cyberman Dalek bollocks and just.
I
be
mean,
like,
definitely. I mean, the episode in with Capaldi and Davros, I was like, "Oh, this is good."
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
fun.
that was
So
sick.
that,
You'll give it time. I mean, it's as I said, it's going to need to find its own voice again, I think, and
yeah,
reconnect with a new audience. And the Sunday slot does that. The new Doctor does that. New characters do that, and having new enemies like Tim Shaw,
yeah.
well, it's a treat. In fact, that was probably the best gag I've ever seen in Doctor Who.
Ah.
Yeah,
They need to have Orange Man.
man,
Orange Man.
it was so gross. He's
Oh,
got the
it's
teeth on his face though.
Yeah.
But I think Bradley Walsh is really funny as well because I like him at the chase because we get the
Yeah.
chase over.
Oh, you
Good on
do.
the chase.
No,
Yes.
well, he's been shit and everything else. So he's one of those TV actors that you go, oh, it's fucking Bradley Walsh.
Yeah,
Again.
what was he in? Emmerdale or Coronation Street?
Coronation Street.
One
I
of
think.
those ones. Yeah, that one. There you
Yeah.
go. But I think he's quite good on Doctor Who so far.
Yeah, he's been good.
I like the whole. I like the. Do you know my favourite scene so far might have been in episode 1, and it was at the end when. Yes, I've not remembered all the new
Right,
characters'
4-minute
names yet.
warning.
But the guy's trying to ride the bike again on his own
Right,
on the hill.
Ryan? Is it Ryan? Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan, that's it, Ryan.
Yeah.
And he's trying to ride the bike on his own, and the Doctor's just standing there watching him. Yeah. That's some good cinematography there.
You sell it so well.
Oh, I just want to give a quick shout out to some people who are in the Twitch chat at the minute.
Yeah, man.
So 2D's Gaming, we've already said hello. He's been a bit of a lurker. We Are Gamers with a Y.
Hello, Colin.
Strokey McGinger.
Smokey
Clarky79.
McGinger.
Yeah.
What, Clarky?
Oh, hi guys.
What?
So Clarky's in both chats.
Alright.
He's in the Discord chat and the Twitch chat.
Jesus Christ.
Clarky's
Super
not in
fan.
Putting it about.
Yeah.
I love Clarky with the burning passion of
I've done the
10,000
channel.
white hot suns.
You can get a cream
Justice.
for that when it burns.
Oh, shit. Oh, someone having a wank.
3 minutes.
Hey, we-
It's probably Marcus in the background making funny noises.
That was me.
Okay.
Having a wank.
I got a boots.
Well, you have been
Boots
playing some
design
really
Doctor
strange
Who.
Japanese games again, haven't you, with ladies in? I saw on the Facebook
me?
group, Darren, that you've proved to be very popular with the community. People want you to do your own podcast.
Mm,
Yes.
Talk about my weird shit.
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
Peach Beach Splash.
Chris Cook reapproached me again. He was like, "Hey, do you want to like come on my digital diaries again? Because I've done like 2 episodes." He's like, "You want to come back?" I was like, "Yeah, maybe."
That
I like
sounds
recording
like a plan.
things.
Sounds like a good plan.
I was on there like 2 years ago. 1 year ago.
Else. You know. Just fucking desperate.
Strokey McGinger loves Switch. There you go, Darren.
Hey,
Literally the day you announced that the show was ending, he put up anyone looking for work. I was like, yes, I am.
Yeah.
looking for work. About 4 years of podcasting experience. Please take me for an Australian perspective.
What, so upside down? I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be upside down, back to front, inside out.
Cool.
Hey, I see Heracon's playing Soul Calibur 4. Have you guys seen the video of the lizard man with a massive erect penis that
Excuse
somebody
me,
made?
did you not learn Roman numerals? That is a 6.
Why
Or
do
whatever it
people
is.
create weird shit like that?
I'm gonna find
I'm
a link
sure-
to it, dude.
I've seen the video of it. I was just, I
Oh,
just shook
yeah.
my head and was like, "What is wrong with people?" For crying
Not-
out loud.
Look, Marcus, it's you.
It saves you from buying the DLC, Darren.
Yeah.
Well, no, because obviously,
you
like,
doing?
it's a weird one. It's like it's a really good game,
Good boy.
but it's got less characters than the last one because they can't make.
I'm
decent
putting this in the chat.
games anymore.
What's going on
Coming
in
in,
the chat?
coming in
With that.
DLC, man.
Quite possibly, but yeah, there was I think 5 more playable characters in the last game than there are in this one.
That's all right.
Right.
Less
Good
the
boy.
master. I'm happy with
Yeah.
that. Less choice
Um,
equals easier game.
But yeah, the other thing that's quite weird as well is the fact that the awesome thing when you create a character, you've got like 12 races to choose from,
Yeah.
like out
Right,
of all the
Guys,
things.
it's 7:30.
No worries.
I need to get rid of
No, it's
Marcus,
2:30.
and then we're going to start. Say bye to everyone, Marcus. Bye.
But yeah, no matter what you equip on your character, it sort of floats on their body. Like it doesn't actually make contact with
yeah.
their thing. It's weird. It's sort of like the
Come on then.
customization's there, but everything seems too
night.
big for the characters. Like even if you like made a big
Alright,
bulky
goodbye.
bugger, like it's still gonna. Like,
Sorry,
not
I
even-
just saw what you're posting. Oh God, I'm alive. Oh my good God,
Good night, Marcus.
that's horrific.
What's that? Is this the lizard man thing?
It's the man with a. He looks like well, look at his face. He looks pretty sore.
Yeah. He should probably get that scene too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no,
Yeah.
this is it. Hold on. Gotta find a way to share it.
I found it in the Discord chat. There's a man.
Everyone's saying bye
Oh,
to
my
you in
dear
the
Lord.
chat, Marcus. Okay, right. So let's get going because
hold on.
obviously I think this is going to be quite long.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I'm definitely
where's-
pulling the
is
eject
Pete
button
Fox
if it gets to a
UK?
certain-
Is that him? No. Is
No, no,
is
it's
Peeps coming on.
it's Mr. Peebs. It's Mr. Peebs. I can see him. He's there.
Is he
he's
online?
offline.
All he
No,
has to
he's
do is go,
offline.
No.
look, love, this is the final time. Like,
Is anyone in our Twitter chat to see if he's said anything?
Go, he hadn't.
I wouldn't
No, I'm
bloody
not-
know. I can't fucking see it.
he's gone off
Bob
to
at
his
the minute.
closet to look for a polo shirt and
No, he's
doing the
not said
button.
anything.
Peeps.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess that he's not coming on, which is very sad.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how said I can't see the chat. I just don't get it. I'm like, tap the envelope.
Yeah, I've
Goes,
checked that.
What envelope?
Not in. No, I know what envelope. you're on about. It's just I have only got 2 messages in there. One's Switch. One is PlayStation UK. So fuck
That's
knows
weird.
what's going on there. Anyway,
Right, so which of you guys are on a time limit? Just so I know.
Look, it's 2:30 in the morning, so yeah.
Elliot's here
that's-
for the duration,
that's
so
that.
Yeah.
it's Elliot's here for the duration. And we're not
Okay,
doing
well it doesn't matter
games.
what order we doing because we're not
We'll just talk
doing
shit.
what games we've played anyway. so
Daddy
it's fine.
Ickens joined. We've got another co-host. Look at this.
Yeah. Okay. Right, so we'll go Dan, Colin, Switch, Setter, Sly.
Mhm.
What about Daddy Icken?
Right.
Where's he? Or
Well,
is
he
he
can
just
say
Where
that
am
in a
I?
minute. Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Where am I?
Mhm.
Dan, Colin, Switch, Setter,
Oh, I'm after
Sly.
Colin, right, fair enough. Yeah.
Would you like me to write it down for you?
No,
it's
no.
alphabetized. Look at the list.
Yeah, it's the list.
It's just the order, and then
Yeah.
that's it. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
You can
Exactly.
do this. You can do this. You can do it.
So it's 477. Was that right? I can't remember now. I'm going
Probably.
mad.
Yeah,
mad.
477.
Should we double check?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah,
Go with it.
477. 477. Okay.
Justice League. All right.
Okay. Ready?
Ready.
And a 3. And a 2. And a 1. Hello and welcome to Mojo Radio, episode 477 for Monday, the 22nd of October 2018. I'm your host, Mark Webb, gamertag Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby317, and joining me today is...
Last roll of the dice. Said my Dan.
I feel like we've done this before. It's Collie Wally.
Sensei Switch.
Setter.
Falling asleep at the keyboard by Armin.
Sly. I appreciate everything you do.
Thanks.
We love.
He's going to watch Doctor Who straight after this, don't you know?
Oh, right, okay.
I'm tempted actually. Don't say that.
No, he's going to do it. I know he is.
I won't. I'll go to bed. Trust me. I really will wait.
I
It's
doubt
good
that.
stuff. I'm enjoying Doctor.
Mhm.
Oh, we've one listener in our chat anyway, Daddy Icken. Hi, Daddy Icken.
Say hello.
Oh,
unmute
he said
yourself.
hello. He said hello.
He did, yeah.
Oh,
I
nice.
heard voice.
Say it in the voice.
And we were expecting a last minute drop in by Mr. Peeps.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Expecting
Yeah.
is a strong word.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We've texted him and called him a cunt. So whether or
Well,
not
who
that will
did that? I
happen.
didn't do that.
You haven't seen my text. No, I called him a slag. So that's
Oh.
sort of like an affectionate word for a cunt. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
You know.
You know what I mean.
Anyway, in case those of you who are listening
Oh.
now didn't listen to...
He's replied. Sorry, Peebs has replied. We're getting
Oh.
him. It's
Oh, good.
happening.
Is he dropping
It's happening.
What?
Dun, dun,
Ah.
dun. Peeps.
My God.
Ever the professional.
Yeah, always turns up on time, doesn't he?
fashionably late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold the door open. So anyway, carry on. Carry on.
Anyway,
He'll
so
tell
as
us
I
when
was
he's
saying,
ready.
for those of you that didn't listen to the show last week, this is in fact the final podcast ever. Ever.
Have we done 2 of these before?
Did we do one or did we do two?
I saw we split this up twice before. I'm sure we have.
I can't. I know
Or
there's
was I
definitely
kicked
been
out?
one where we said it was going to end and we ended it, and then we were down for 2 months and then we came back again.
All right, I got to ask now before the show. Who said I bet Pibbs will be on Skype waiting for us? Who said it?
Yeah,
That
You
was
did.
me.
Yeah.
Because it was it me? Because I nailed it. That's exactly
Oh,
where
It
he's
was on
sitting.
Skype. Nice.
Is he coming on to Discord now?
Yes, we're working.
Has he
on
got
it.
to install it first?
He's got
Yeah.
to log in.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He's got to set up an account.
Colin, help
Yeah,
him.
he
You're
got
the
his
server
verification
owner.
email.
You
Do you know
help
how
him.
many times I've said in our private Twitter chat it's now on Discord? And how long have we been recording on Discord for?
At
Like
least 3
or 4
months.
months.
He doesn't listen. Unless you say the word
God.
Star Wars or like Bovril. That's
Yeah.
it. He's
Yeah.
not
He's got
interested.
a login already.
Peterborough.
Yeah,
Brexit.
He's got a
Peterborough.
login. I don't know. Peebs, you're killing us. Just getting.
Off to a good start, as usual.
So anyway, while we wait for Peebs, yes, we have finished. I'm pretty sure. I know for one for definite. So we lasted for 2 months, then we came back, mainly because I missed it. But I can't remember what happened the time before. If there was a time before,
I'm pretty sure there was.
It's definitely
There
happened
was a
twice.
was that in the
It's
360G
definitely happened
days
twice.
though?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I
Okay.
can't remember. We've come and gone. We've had so many final shows.
This is at least the third final. Yeah.
I would say this is the third one.
It's a trilogy of shows. Oh
That's the
man.
name of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, I've been thinking long and hard about the show for quite a while now anyway, and for me personally, as I said last week, it's for me personally. Oh, hi Marcus, bye Marcus, night night. Boobies everywhere. What was I saying?
Who?
You were reflecting on the show.
So I was reflecting, so
And then your attention went elsewhere.
yeah.
To them titties.
Anyway, so yeah, so I've been thinking about it for a long time, and obviously I covered all the reasons last week, and can you still hear me?
Yeah. We can
Yeah.
start.
Okay,
We're
good.
letting you
so-
have a.
Okay, yeah. So and obviously the reasons are very personal to me. It's I'm really struggling with the time to record and edit at the minute, as you can hear, and you've seen like Marcus is really a handful. Trying to get him to bed and bits and pieces, and it's just like having a kid just makes things a lot more difficult. So obviously with Marcus, that's the main reason I want to spend more time with him, and obviously the missus, but also obviously I mentioned last week, but we're talking to Colin and various other people since I've recorded the podcast. And I believe like Colin agreed with me on some of my points. It's that pressure when you're doing the show to always keep up with the latest games, find the time to play all those games, and it got to the point now where it's like, one, I can't afford to buy all these bloody games anymore, and two, I don't have the bloody time. So it's just all those factors and just the stress of trying to get the show out on time, etc. It's just something that I need a very long break from. So this isn't one of those podcast ends where we're going to come back in a couple of months. Seriously, this is something that I need to take a long break from. It really, really is. Just that having to have something out every week and spending all that time. I just need a break, a long, long break. So if we did come back and make another show, say in a year or whatever, one, it would not be called Mojo Radio. That's dead. And two, it would start on a new feed and start from episode 1, and it would have to be again a commitment for every week, and that's something that I'm not prepared to do right now. Just a weekly thing. I just do not have the time for. So what I am going to carry on doing though is my Mark's Gaming Den. I'm going to still be doing the YouTube videos for that, but they're not going to be weekly. It's just going to be when I have time to do them, and that could be once a month or once every couple of weeks or whatever. Just whatever I feel like doing. So that's where I am at the moment. So yeah, I don't know about how you guys feel. I mean, you guys don't come on a lot anymore anyway, because obviously you've got busy
That's right.
lives and stuff. So
I might as well go. I mean, my time is basically diminished over the years, as you probably know, and I don't really game anymore. And I've had a lot of shit. And
yeah,
some of you know what I've been through the last year and a half, and I'm not going to go into any detail about it, and it's still going on.
yeah,
You're my mates, and it's been tricky to be the funny guy, if I'm being honest. I've got 4 cans of me tonight, so let's see how we get on. I'm sure we'll have a laugh. Yeah, and that's it really. You're fair play. I mean, as I said, you got a young family. You need to spend time, watch Marcus grow up, and take it from there. And but we can touch upon this later. But the way gaming has evolved, even the last 10 years, it's alien to me now. All these everyone's got a fucking YouTube or Twitch channel. Everyone's trying to monetize everything. There's a sea of toxicity out there, and I'm not part of it anymore. And I'm quite glad of that. I'm being honest.
No, and I just want to touch on a couple of things you said there, Dan. I've had young family. I mean, people always said to me it will change your life. I didn't believe them. Well, I wish I did believe them, because it has been a massive life changer for me. And Marcus is only 10 months old, and the amount he's grown and changed in just that short amount of time is just absolutely unbelievable, and it just goes so fast. So I do feel like when I record and edit, I feel very guilty, because that's time that I could be spending with him. So that's one of the reasons why the show's ended. But just touching on how gaming's changed as well, it has changed massively. Like, I know, like, Colin and his kids are well into Fortnite, as a prime example. I just don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand this.
Well, it's fun. What are you talking about?
I just don't understand this new way of gaming. It's free to play, but then people are spending money on these skins, and it's just.
It's not the new China though, Mark. That's the thing. The whole kind of anyone with a console can pick up that game and play it.
Yeah, and the whole Twitch thing as well, Dan. It has exploded, and gaming media has changed so much. I mean, when the podcast started, we're talking about nearly 11 years ago, the only way you could even get a podcast was on iTunes. And that's why we used to big up all the iTunes reviews.
Yep.
But people had iPods to listen to podcasts. You couldn't download a podcast into a smartphone back then.
That's why they're called podcasts.
That's how I discovered it, man.
Yeah.
Was finding 360 Gamercast on the iTunes podcast.
Yeah.
When I got an iPod. Yeah.
So back then, podcasts were very popular, but they were very new. It was a very new medium, and I think we got in at the right time. We got in when they were still fresh, when they were still popular, and that's how we managed to accumulate quite a large fan base at the time, because we were always in the top 10 on iTunes, up with the big hitters like Giant Bomb and Sarcastic Gamer, etc. But it's changed so much. I mean, the podcast medium is very slowly dwindling, I feel. I mean, I've certainly noticed it in the amount of listeners we've been getting in the last couple of years. It's been dropping quite a lot. Whereas, Twitch and YouTube, people are very, like the youngsters in particular, very much gravitating towards that. So I do feel like, and it's sad, it's like radio, right? I just think podcasting as a medium is just slowly dying. I mean, I'll take myself as a prime example. I used to listen to about 4 or 5 podcasts a week because I used to travel to work quite far. I used to listen at work. Now, I don't listen to any because I don't have the time. And I think unless you work in a job or you travel a lot, you're not going to listen to a podcast. And I think that's something...
I usually listen to them while I'm gaming. Sometimes it depends on the game. Obviously, if it's something I can just turn my mind off and don't really have to concentrate, I usually stick sort of not necessarily podcasts on, but there's a lot of people now who do like chat shows on YouTube, and I'll just have them on in the background on my phone.
Yeah.
So... Oh well, at least we don't listen to fucking PewDiePie. So that's
Yeah.
good.
True that.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'd say podcast like as a media isn't so much dying. I think it's just evolving in the way that sort of gaming has as well. You look
Mhm.
at people looking for like a more complete experience that are new to it, so you can integrate your podcasting with a bit of YouTube, a bit of streaming, and do all that kind of stuff together.
Mhm.
But again, that takes up a hell of a lot of your time
Yeah.
and just
Yeah,
yeah.
and I just think one thing that we've always tried to do on this show is just kind of keep it down to earth in regards to
Oh yeah.
we don't go out looking for freebies like other podcasts.
I've had one
which-
fucking free game in fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
One fucking free game.
I mean, during
Hey,
the
so have I.
during the 360 era, I admit I did used to get quite a lot of review copies.
Yeah, you played so much shit.
I played a lot of shit. Yes, I did. But then that tailed off because I stopped asking, because it was like coming out of a hobby to something that was a job, and it wasn't worth it to me in that aspect. So I kind of tailed that asking for the freebies off, and I went back to buying all the games, etc. And I was enjoying it a lot more because I was just playing what I wanted to play.
Yeah.
So, oh god, Peeps, you're such a noob.
I mean, this is it. I've heard of plenty of
Fucking
people like back in the day that said like when they got into games media it was going to be amazing and they couldn't wait. But
Mhm.
then you get in the door and you're not going to get the review games you want to get given. You're going to get like Barbie's Wonderland Adventures 6
Well,
or something
well,
to
one-
review.
Beach Slash.
That
Hello,
could be fucking
Peeps.
hilarious though.
Yeah.
Shit, he's made it.
Peeps!
Peace.
Peeps here, everyone.
I feel like he got beaten by that one button that said click this for podcast recording. He got beaten by that button.
It was. I had to scroll down. I didn't realise I had to scroll down.
Ah,
Oh, Peeps. How are you?
All right. Have you
Good.
started?
We're just reminiscing.
Yeah.
We're reminiscing, talking shit. So just in
I've been-
17 minutes in.
I've been sat on Skype for the last 20 minutes.
mate, Skype is some 2017, mate.
Peeps just doesn't listen. Okay, so I just want to just carry on what I was saying. Just on that note of freebies, it always sticks in my mind. EA, they sent me a certain game, and I gave it
Just
a really.
say it. Say it.
I can't remember the game now. I think it might have been one of those shitty Need for Speeds. One of the
No,
shit
must
ones.
need to speed the run.
I can't remember. Anyway, I gave it a bad review, and they said to me that they won't be sending me any more review copies because I
Loads
gave
of
it a bad
companies are
review.
like that.
Like, what the fuck?
If people want honest reviews, and then like as soon as you badmouth their product, it's like, oh, we're not getting any more then.
Yeah, it's wrong.
It's like they wanted a puff piece. They wanted you to say, "Oh, this is great, buy it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then you didn't, because we don't form.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, who wants free games anyway, eh?
Yeah.
I'll take some.
Well, I got 2 today.
Yeah, I was about to say where we got to today.
Everyone's. I mean, I got the Game Pass, so that's free, isn't it? Sort of. 14 days free, anyway. Oh well, never mind. Carry on.
Okay. Anyway, just before we move on too far, I just want to say I don't want people to worry about the community, about the Facebook group, about our banter on Twitter, or especially the Discord. The Discord is awesome. Please join it. I will put a link in the show notes, and obviously my YouTube channel, etc. That's still going to carry on. We're still going to be doing gamer nights. A lot of you are on my friends list. If you're not, just add or come on the Discord or the Facebook group, etc. We're still going to be doing gamer nights. We're still going to be having a lot of banter, a lot of chat, talking bollocks about new games on all those mediums. And I'm still looking to do the pinball tournament as well, but I'm only going to do that for the Facebook group. So you need to join the Facebook group, and I'm going to organise it on there probably.
Is that
Within the
cross-platform, or is that just going to be on the Switch?
No, it's going to be on. So
on anything.
it's going to be on every platform. So the only way, because the thing with Pinball Effects Free is you can do tournaments in the game, but because I want to spread it out to all the platforms, people are just going to have to take pictures and post them in the Facebook chat.
I'm good at Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, no cheating.
So no cheating, and we'll do all that. So yeah, so look out for the pinball tournament. It will be coming to Facebook, all right. Within the next week or so, we'll be starting it on there, and we'll be doing it on the Williams tables, the new ones, because they're
Okay.
awesome. Anyway, Hogarth has quickly joined us. He wants to say something, I believe.
Hello. Yes, it's me, Hogarth.
Hello.
Hello, Hogarth. Hello.
Hey.
Hello. I just wanted to drop on. I was sad to hear the news. I understand all your reasons, Webby. Completely appreciate it. But I just wanted to thank you personally for the last 11 years. You've filled so many gaps in my boring commute to work, my boring drive home. I probably started listening 6 months in.
Wow.
Not from certainly not from episode 1, but from quite the early days. Seen so many changes. I want to thank you and every single host you've ever had for
It's
a
been a
fantastic
lot.
podcast. And I've been driving with tears in my eyes, not from what you said, but just from the jokes and from the funny moments. It's been an absolute blast. So thank
Oh,
you,
cheers, man. That's appreciated.
and thank you
Thank
everybody.
Cheers, bro.
Hey,
Thanks,
thanks for
Hogarth.
being an awesome
Thanks.
member of the community as well to you, sir.
No
Yeah.
problem, Collie. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
thank you.
have to get back on Battlefield because I just want to hear you talk guns.
Thanks for helping me build my PC, Hogarth. I love my PC.
No problem.
You never
Right,
played the thing.
I'm getting better internet in a month.
Nice.
It's
Oh,
a shame
yeah.
I won't be able to
What?
use it to record.
10 gig,
2 meg.
2 meg.
I'll be getting supposedly 50 meg down.
Nice.
Supposedly.
Is that good?
Well, it's better than what I've got now.
Okay, that's good.
We've got 7, so quite a jump.
Ooh.
Right, I'm going to drop off. I'll let you guys
Cheers,
do
mate.
it.
Thanks
I'll
very
look
much.
forward to listening to it as soon
Cheers,
as it's
man.
up in the week.
Yeah.
All right.
Tatty, bye.
Thanks,
very
mate.
much.
See you later.
See you later.
So something.
Anyway, so where were we? So Dan was talking. I can't remember what about now, because we don't really have an agenda on this show. We're just gonna.
No, we don't. We just, I
Well,
think
good.
just bounce around for a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, there is a lot of
I think
questions
we should
on the
definitely
Facebook
go
as
through all
well.
the questions,
Mhm.
yeah. There's quite
Mm.
a lot of them.
Well, do you want me to go through the questions first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be in here,
Yeah.
all night.
We'll try and
Well-
do like a minute or 2 per question.
Well,
because
well,
otherwise it
funnily
won't
enough,
be long.
I'm
Never
actually I'm doing 7 night shifts after tomorrow, so I'm quite happy to stay up all night tonight just to get prepared
Yeah.
for that.
I'm doing a
I've
night
got
shift.
Towie starts at 9.
Oh, Christ's sake.
Oh, fucking hell, mate. Stop it. Behave.
We're already missing Doctor Who for this, you know.
Well, let me just
Fucking-
find the questions.
That's cool. I've got no life, so I'm good for the duration.
I did get some emails. I might read some emails out as well.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Okay, first question is from Simon Marsh. He's quite a new listener and he works with
Ah.
me. Hi, Simon. Which of your podcasts do you remember with the most fondness? Fucking hell. There's been a lot to think
There's
back
been a
on.
few.
Yeah.
I think we had a really good run in the day when Jared or Chirp and had Case with us still.
Yeah.
Every single week, it was just comedy gold. I don't know what happened. So there was something we couldn't do. We couldn't. Everything. Every single one was a joke or the ongoing theme going on. I don't know. And that was the time when we always were jumping on every week. We can make it every week.
Yeah.
Dan,
That's-
am I
yeah.
remembering correctly? Did you and Trip meet Major Nelson at PAX East one
Yeah,
time?
he did. He was a
Wasn't that
fucking
story? I
knobhead.
remember that
Was
story.
he a knob?
Absolute
I remember that story.
Absolute prick.
What?
Jared said, he goes, oh, he's come all over the way from the UK to be here. Major Nelson said, oh, that's nothing. I came over from the red eye from Seattle. And I went, huh? And then I
He's probably
completely,
just joking.
yeah, no, he wasn't. No, I don't know. I took a photo, had a photo done with him and Laurie Lollipop, who I didn't see because she was so short. But it was good, yeah. Met him. Who else did we meet? Not much that time. We had a really good. We managed to get hold of a ticket to the Witcher 2 launch party. I've told the story so many times. And there's me, Jared, and all the letterbox, Tim queuing up to get in, and everyone. Everyone was full of nerds basically, and they're all thinking of getting a free game. And there was this one kid. He must have been. I don't know. He's never drunk before. I'm not sure if he was 18 or 21. I really don't know. But we're at the bar and we get there, and it's a free bar for 3 hours or so. And Jared's tipped the barmaid $20 because obviously, you know, if you tip them, they'll come to you more often. We proceeded to get absolutely blind drunk. We would actually show a drink for drink, trying to outdrink each other. This poor kid, he goes, "What do I drink? What do I drink?" Right, I go, I don't know, whiskey and coke. He went home early, didn't he? Poor little shit.
Ah,
Oh.
Yeah. And then we just carried on drinking, and we got kicked out at 1. By which time we hadn't got a free game. Let's just say that. And then we got in this cab, and Jared just said to this guy, this cabbie, "Take us to a good bar." And then he just drove around Boston for a little bit, and then he goes, "You don't know any good bars." And then the rest of the night, I don't remember. I really don't. Yeah,
Sounds like a brilliant time.
yeah, it was. It was a good night.
Boston's a great city.
Oh yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. PAX East. So if you ever get a chance to go to a American Gaming Expo, or whatever, it's completely different to the UK. In the UK, they're quite reserved in what they give you. So you'll get, maybe if you're lucky, like a badge or a pencil
some
or
stickers or whatever.
Some stickers, yeah. Or you might get like a leaflet with all the games coming up. Well, not really, but in the States, I'll tell you something. So fucking needy. There was these kids, and they give you a goodie bag before you even get into the place. And then it's just free shit. T-shirts. I've got so many fucking free T-shirts. There was one point where this is the night after we did the free Witcher 2 party, and we sat there queuing up for a conference with Epic and Cliffy B. And I remember we finally got in there, sat down, and the Epic panel were trying to talk, and they're giving out free T-shirts, and there was these guys just walking up and down, and everyone was just getting up and just clamouring for them, going me, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, I couldn't give a fuck about your T-shirt, mate. I'm here to watch these guys. That's the difference, and it opened my eyes slightly. But yeah, but the States is great fun. I mean, they just treat you so well over there.
Yeah.
But I have to say, fucking rude, some of them. Really fucking rude. So, you don't mess with an Englishman with his fucking hangover. You don't do that.
Oh, no,
because I will fucking bite your head off. Other than that, it's all good. Yeah. Anyone else want to chip in on that or anything else? Or maybe a time when...
Thinking about what Major Nelson said to you, he may have misunderstood when you said England. He may have thought New England.
Mate, look, listen to my accent. It's
a bit of a giveaway, isn't it?
They should have gone, all right, Gee.
You all right, mate? Yeah, I know your mate, the one you fucking sacked. AC Bong, was it? Not AC Bong, it was Mr. Paul.
AC Bongo's moved to the US.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I missed
twins. Now that was funny when we met them at Euro.
I sent you a message. Oh, what a show.
Mr. Pointyhead, I was in a game with him once. We're playing, what was it? One of those shitty Platinum games. Yeah.
Oh, that Mad World rip-off.
Yeah, that's the one.
Savage Rain or something, was it?
I can't remember. I haven't got a clue, mate. I haven't got a clue. But yeah, that was good fun. Yeah, we met the emo Bopsy twins, didn't we? That was cool.
I've still got a photo of them on my
It was Mr. Pointyhead and Tarantula, I think, and it was sending you a message. And the theme music was like, it's like the most just edgy. It's great. I loved it. Best week.
Poor sods. Anyway, they're currently working for Uber Eats at the moment, I hear, delivering pizza up and down Shoreditch. So
I thought they had a channel called Outside Xbox, or at least Tarantula did. I think.
That's the one that's not making any money. There's good money.
Right.
£3 per delivery.
Are you on a wind up?
No. Yes.
I was going to say, I'm not sure to believe you or not.
Oh man, I can tell you anything, couldn't I, Steve?
I was going to say he was into Explosive Alan. The last thing I heard.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's still doing that.
We were doing memories stuff, and I just latched onto when he said trip.
Yeah, so I've got quite a lot of good memories with different co-hosts, but some memories that always stick in my mind is when I had Tay on back in the early days, and in every week once the show was over, we'd do the outtakes, and it would always be prank phone calls to pizza places in America. So we loaded up, so I'd load up the Skype with credit, and we'd find just we just Google just random numbers for pizza places. And he would put on like really funny accents and pretend to be different famous people and do all these crank calls, and that was just so funny. Like every week, I'd be in tears, just rolling on the floor laughing.
Can I get a home delivery, please?
Yeah, that's it.
I remember that. I listened to some of those recently when you uploaded it on Mega.
Oh yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, just touching on that. All the old shows are on Mega. I think I've got a link somewhere. I'll have to find it.
Ooh.
So you can download. I'm also toying with the idea of leaving this current feed open and starting and just uploading all the old episodes once a week from episode 1. Just because it's a bit of a history, because it's like the first episode we were talking about Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, now we're finishing on Black Ops 4 exactly
Yeah,
10 years later.
Yeah.
It's exactly 10 years.
It's mad. Yeah, so that's an idea that I'm toying with at the minute. But we will see. But yeah, those are good. And when Colin joined back in the early days as well, and obviously, I mean, like, the longest people I've got, I think, are like Colin, Peebs.
Sort of. This counts, doesn't it?
Dan.
Colin and Dan.
Yeah.
Peebs quit ages ago.
Peebs quit ages ago, so he doesn't count.
On a sabbatical.
But I've only been partly active in the last year or so. So sorry, but yeah.
Yeah. And obviously,
times.
Tim's one of my favourites, and when we lost him, I was very sad. And same with Headcase and Trip. All the bloody Americans left us, and it was sad. Sad times. But I especially miss Tim because he'd always have loads of gaming news just lined up and ready to go.
Yeah, I used to try and do the news. When he left, I came on like a while after. I was like, right, I'm gonna do the news. He shut me down on about 3 episodes.
You did go on a bit, mate, to be honest.
Look, I looked up a bunch of articles and I said,
read them.
anyone have any thoughts?
Plagiarised every single one of them.
I'm just laughing
no, I didn't
because
do that.
Daddy Ickens just posted something that really makes me laugh every time I think about it. He said, crank calls saved on my iPod always crack me up. A party for Sean Connery.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that one.
Can he land his helicopter on the roof?
Yeah.
So funny.
Oh yeah, do you have a back entrance? You know, he doesn't want to sit with the commoners.
Oh, so funny. Oh, so funny.
Oh,
and Hogarth's just put in the Cross Calls episode, calling to American food places and connecting them together.
that's always good.
That was so funny.
Oh, do you know the call I remember actually is the one where he called a pizza place and he said, "Can you do delivery?" And he goes, "Yeah, what area?" He goes, "Scotland." And he goes, "You said Scotland, yeah?" And he goes, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, we can't do that. It's too far." And he just goes, "It's too far. Sorry."
Well, at least he's honest.
And he wasn't wrong, was he?
No,
not at all.
It was just the delivery of the line. He just like paused. He was like, "You're asking why? It's too far. Just send it by airplane, obviously.
Airdrop it, be fine."
Yeah.
Just shoot it out of a cannon. It'll arrive eventually.
Get like a really, really long fucking. I don't know where I'm going with that.
So I'd air freight it. Job done.
I just want to read some stuff that's on the Twitch channel as well. I feel like I've been neglecting.
There's a lot of stuff.
I just want to. So Hamid Spy says, "Does anyone remember Uncle Math?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah, he did disappear. I don't know what happened to him. And Red Tone said, "One of the only gaming podcasts I kept listening to. Gonna miss the podcast, but glad the community will live on. One of the nicest gaming communities I've been in." Well, if you had joined the 360G website forums back in the day,
they were great fun.
You were either didn't have a sense of humour and you left because you thought we were all horrible, or you understood that we were having just a laugh and you loved it.
There were a few people that kind of didn't get it. They basically, I think we ended up taking the piss out of them, and they always go, "Oh, I'm leaving now." And we're like, "All right, mate, see you later."
You always get llamas on.
Yeah, I always used to love the fact that whoever introduced themselves into the new section, rubbish username turned up, and gave him a cat photo.
Yeah. I think he used to spend all day at work just putting cat photos into the forums. It was
He is the reason why I still enjoy cat photos.
Oh,
I
nice.
look at, so you see on my Twitter feed sometimes, if I see an entertaining cat photo, I post it. So, yes.
It was cat pictures and people winding up Godor. Or was it Godor? Was that his name?
Gordini.
That's the one.
Yeah, Gordini.
Gordini.
Oh.
God bless Gordini. We can get active on Twitter.
know-
He's still there. He's still doing the rounds. I think he's
One
still
of my
trying to get over the fact of getting rid of his PS3.
He sold it
one
to
of my
some
favourite
nutcase
hosts.
Nigerian.
It was Punker 10. Does anyone know what happened? 10.
No idea.
You got-
Nah, he's currently knee deep in FIFA 19, no doubt.
Yeah.
God, I think he left when FIFA 10 was out. I think that
That was
was
a long
many.
time ago.
Yeah. He just
Oh.
had the best accent.
Bought or
Yeah.
bought. Do you remember them discussions?
Oh God. I bought
He used to
it.
say,
I
"I've just." He used to say, "I've just bought this game." He'd say, "Bought this game."
Yeah.
You won't have it.
Ah. Anyone else?
Anyway, I always lose thought of Punker 10's discussions on FIFA every fucking week.
Oh God.
It's like, what you played?
What have you
FIFA.
played this week?
FIFA.
FIFA.
Not much, just the usual FIFA.
Yeah.
So it was like another version of me then. Technically, with my Final
He was
Fantasy
a bit worse than you because he
No,
definitely
we
only
used, to
played
have,
one
we used
game.
to have some good times on FIFA then. He used to set up some leagues and we used to
Yeah,
have some
fair
good
play.
community nights. And it got so successful that we had our own pro clubs team and there was
Wow.
people
Yeah.
people queuing up to get into that pro clubs team. We couldn't fit everyone in.
Oh man.
And we
How
used,
tight
we used
was
to
it?
play. I think it used to be like a Wednesday night. We used to play like about 8 o'clock, and there'd be like 20, 30 people in the lobby all wanting a
Holy
game.
shit.
You can only have 11 players, but
Lots of subs.
it sort of caused quite a few arguments. So it sort of backfired in a way.
Yeah, but then I remember the old, like when we used to set up gamer nights or gamer sessions. We used to have loads of people every single night. Like
Yeah.
I remember when a new Call of Duty would come out, my whole 360, the Xbox 360 you could only have 100 friends, and I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
pretty much every one of my friends has been online playing Call of Duty, and the party chat was always full, and if someone left the party chat within 4 or 5
Yeah,
seconds,
big-
someone else would fill it. And the gamer sessions would be amazing, and they'd go on for hours and hours and hours. And I look now, and it's like a new Call of Duty comes out, and it's like
Yeah.
4 people on my friends list are playing it. I'm like, oh right, how
There was
times
some
change.
there was some great party
Nice.
chats though.
Oh yeah,
Stuff that we couldn't even put in the podcast. There was some of the outrageous stuff that fucking happens. Jesus Christ! What was the funniest thing I ever heard? I can't remember, to be honest. It's just so
Pitbull pubes.
Pitbull pubes. Yes. Yes. It's something quite like there's about 3 or 4 of us versus a bunch of.
Do you want me to
girls
stay
in
on?
Party chat.
I just remember we were in. Well, I can't remember what game we were playing, but there was this little kid who was just trash talking, and he said that, and I was just pissing. I was pissing myself. Those game chats were so funny. With all those little American kids mouthing off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Clark,
Can't do that
Clarky's
anymore.
No. Oh, Clarky's just mentioned the Battlefield nights we used to have. Oh my god,
Oh,
they were
Battlefield
so good.
4. Oh, we played that for like 3 years. Battlefield.
Oh man, I mean Battlefield
It
Bad
was so
Company
good.
2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. Oh man.
Gears
Oh.
free nights will always be my favourite.
Oh yeah, I was 3-0.
Oh man. Mark, UK's gonna miss the Xmas and Game of the Year specials.
Yes.
And Blakey's gonna miss Peep saying purchased.
We've got to come back at the end of the generation, right? We're gonna
No.
do a game of the generation comeback.
No.
Just pay attention to our Twitter feeds. We'll probably
Yeah.
stick stuff up there. Post them up.
There'll certainly be some YouTube videos in the future.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Do a YouTube video game.
But yeah, people can guest on the YouTube videos that we do in the future.
I'll do that.
Exactly. And I can do it without even being invited because I know where you live. I could just press my face up against the window.
Yeah, that's it. Sorted.
There you go. Sorted. That's all right. There.
Yeah.
Have you got any more questions at all?
Yeah, we've got loads of questions.
We've got
Yeah,
63
I think
comments
wasn't that
on the
one
Facebook
question?
post.
Yeah, that was one.
Oh, chuffing hell.
We're going to be here a while.
Right. We're gonna go on Facebook. We're gonna do the lightning round. Dance
So,
quick fire.
Seta, who's actually in the show, posted a question.
Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to read your question out?
Mark,
Yes.
what made you want to start a podcast all those years ago?
All those years ago. Wow. Okay. So, I think the main reason why I started it was because obviously I was a massive Xbox gamer since the original Xbox, and I always loved playing games with people. I still do. But the main reason why I started it was because party chat then wasn't really a thing.
Good.
Or even good, as Dan said. But you'd end up going into games on your own, and game chat would just be full of annoying little kids just swearing all the time. And I was thinking to myself, I just want to play with decent, like-minded people. And I wasn't really sure
And
how
you got
to
stuck
do
with
that.
us lot instead.
And then, so I started listening to a couple of podcasts. Gamer Tag Radio was one of them, and Sarcastic Gamer. And I think Gamer Tag Radio are actually still going, but I know Sarcastic Gamer is now dead. So I actually messaged the guys that ran Sarcastic Gamer and just said, look, I'm interested in starting my own show. How do I do it? And they told me that, a few bits on how to do it. So I thought, you know what, I'll do it. And I went on to the Xbox forums back in the day, and I just put a shout out on the forum, said, look, I'm starting a podcast, anyone interested? And I had a reply from Cole360, who is now Five Large Fries. And who else was there? I think it might have been Uncle Math, who I used to game with on Call of Duty. And we just went from there. And I never actually thought it would last this long. I thought, when I started it, this will be a cool thing to do for, a short while or whatever. And it's gone on for, bloody hell, a massive part of my life, a long old time. And it's been good.
Nice.
It's been fucking awesome. Met a lot of my best friends through this. I've met my wife through this. Life-changing stuff has happened because of this podcast. So, it means a lot to me, and that's why I've kept it going for as long as I possibly can. It's just a huge part of my life. It really, really is. So, but as I said, it's time for a new chapter to begin. And,
Yeah, man.
We'll
I'll drink to that.
see what happens in the future. Yeah.
Cheers. I'm having a
Cheers.
beer. Hooray.
Hey.
But one thing I do want to say, I want people to carry on keeping in touch. I do want people to carry on using the Facebook group, message me on Twitter, chat on
And you enjoy
Discord.
your trips down to Brighton, don't you?
Yeah, I love my trips down to
We
Brighton.
need to do a meet up at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I just want to. So a few people have put some stuff in Twitch. Red Tone, who's actually been a member, who was actually a member of the 360G forums back in the day.
Wow.
He says, I've got to go, but I just want to say I came across a podcast during the FIFA hacking stuff and been a fan ever since. You've all been great entertainment and want to say a huge thank you. Hope to come across you guys in some future gamer nights.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, and Red Tone is also still rocking his t-shirt. A few people are still rocking
Nice.
their t-shirts, which is
I've still got my t-shirt. I'm
still
trying to
got
fit back
mine.
into it.
I've got a black one.
nice.
I've worn it in
Kind
the
of
house
grown
one.
out one.
I should have put mine on tonight. I didn't even think about it. Oh well.
I'm wearing pajamas.
Oh, sexy.
Ooh. Right,
Where
shall
are
we move
we?
on to the next question?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Steffi Business.
Hey, who let him in?
Oh no, who let him in, eh? The biggest troll in the community.
No,
Hey,
that
he
was
sold
Fred.
me my
But we love
shirt.
you, really. He says, how come Xbox doesn't have as many exclusives as PS4? LOL.
Because it sucks.
Got better hardware, that's why.
Okay.
It's got one exclusive.
Do you think Xbox, Microsoft dropping the ball with the transition from Xbox 360 to Xbox One and totally laying an egg and letting Sony come in and capture market share was part of the reason that the community's not as strong anymore. I don't know, I
Yeah.
kind of feel like it was.
Yeah, I'll put that down for something
I'll
like
say
that.
that's
yeah.
fair.
So the
Yeah.
real cause of the community split, Don Metric. There you go.
Yeah,
Don
I know a
Metric,
few
yeah.
people who were hardcore 360, and then when it come to next gen, they was like, "I'm getting a PS4." And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never
I
looked
thought
back.
about it, but I looked at the gamer score and I was like, I don't want to start.
Yeah,
over
but
on
the Xbox One
PlayStation.
launch, the Xbox One at launch was fucking dog shit. Let's be honest. It was fucking
really,
terrible
really was.
We got Dead Rising 3 and Rise, which were great games.
Did.
and didn't really work on day one. Anyway, yeah, I just remember. I remember the day this Xbox One's got delivered, and we're all looking at our little phones, going, "Oh, he's 5 stops away, 5 stops away," and then, "Oh, he's almost here, he's almost here." We all took the day off work, and we set them up, and we sat down, and then we're like, right, and then we got, "Oh, this whole report, someone's console's bricked. Oh, fuck, what do I do?" Oh, and
I
then,
can't sync my controller. How do you sync the controller?
Oh, no,
and then I
the
played
worst bit was that
Crimson
dashboard.
Dashboard, yeah, and then it was like, "What you playing, Crimson Dragon? It's shit."
Yeah.
Oh, Call of Duty Ghosts, guys.
I'm in the
Playing
party.
Call of
Why
Duty
can't I hear
Ghosts.
anyone? Where is everyone? I'm in the party. I can't hear anyone. Oh, you got to turn on the party chat when you're in the party. It's like, what?
I'll say it now.
But your snap
Xbox is
settings don't work.
one of their biggest mistakes was not launching the console with a Halo. That was their mistake.
No,
Yeah,
it was
there
was
were
Connect.
many.
It was Connect.
That was-
it was all sorts, and I basically just remember sitting there just yelling, "What the fuck does this thing do? It's following me around."
You know, they've gotten rid of the port on the X. There's no Connect port on the X
Yeah,
anymore.
well,
You have to get an adapter or something.
Connect's dead technology now. Although
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I gave mine away.
It's
It
a
will,
shame. It is a shame, I think. But
yeah, it was a fuck up. It really was.
What they need to do is to come together with Connect and PSVR, and that's the perfect mergence. You've then got something that follows your tracking, and then you've got the head tracking all sorted as well.
Well, the future is going to basically, you'll have Microsoft and Xbox having its own platform with backwards compatibility. So the next iteration of Xbox will be Xbox, One X plus all this other stuff as well. So we can make it. I mean, that said, though, how long has it taken to make Crackdown 3?
oh my god.
I've heard rumours it might get delayed again, and it's meant to come out in February.
Well, that's the thing.
I thought it was February or March.
If they
isn't
can't even make a first-party game out on the time they tell you, what hope is there for Xbox One X?
The first two were crap anyway. How's it even warranted?
Whoa.
Oh, the first one was amazing.
Dog shite.
Oh my god.
Hey,
They were pretty crap.
well, that was one of the games that had me hunting for Chivos, like getting all them orbs and stuff. Originally, back in the day.
People hate the second one, but I really enjoyed the 4-player co-op.
Yeah, the 4-player was
one
good.
only
It's
had
just the
2.
fact in the first one you had like different characters, and in the second one you was just generic marine.
Yeah, you were just
space
different
marine
coloured
characters.
agents. You had like blue, red.
So, Steffi Business is right. Xbox ones, basically all
Don
their
Metric
exclusives
ruined our
are
community.
fucking toilet. They're not coming out on time.
So
Sea of Thieves, Forza Horizon, which is good, 4, but it's the 4th iteration. There's all the fucking Gears of War 5 coming soon.
A lot of people that were Xbox hardcore fanboys did turn to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yep.
And to be honest, peeps, I don't blame them. I mean, the reason I stuck with Xbox for so long is because, I've been with Xbox since the original, and I didn't want to lose that. And I still think that Xbox is actually a great system. But it's just a shame with this gen, with the amount of quality
Fucking
games
fireworks.
on
bloody
PS4.
Already, they're doing fireworks, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, just going back to what Colin said, I do think that the community got fractured massively this gen, because you have to remember 360 Gamercast was an Xbox podcast. We were all gaming on Xbox. We used to have a lot of fun gaming together on Xbox. And then, half the community bought PlayStations. So you've already fractured the community there, because it's like, because even now I'm like, what system do I buy this multiplayer game on? Because half of my friends are playing on PlayStation. Some of them are playing on Xbox. Some of them are playing on PC. Like, where the fuck am I going to buy this game? And who am I going to play with?
Nintendo Switch, mate.
Yeah, and the Nintendo as well. It's like, for fuck's sake, does everyone just get one system? And this is where I hope crossplay really takes off.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to say though, I've been this last weekend. It felt really good to be back in party chat. You know, I was in party chat with Peebs at one point this weekend. Webby, you as well. We played. You know, like it's still there. It's just like all of that functionality is still available. I feel it's a combination of the console fracturing as well as just people's lives. You know, like so many of us have had so many lives changes, and so, anyways. It's going to take more effort, right, to just keep the community together in terms of the Discord and the Facebook group and stuff like that. So we'll just have to stay on it.
Yeah, but one thing I will say that Xbox has done right is the cross-play with PC and Xbox, because I've been playing Forza Horizon 4 100% on PC whilst in party
Chuck in the PCs.
No,
Don't give a shit about the
party
PCs.
chatting with my Xbox friends and gaming with my Xbox friends from the PC. No, it's great for me personally because my missus can sit there, play on the Xbox or watch TV on the Xbox, and I can still play.
Just admit you've been kicked off the Xbox for the TV, and you've had to go.
I know. It's a glorified cable box in your house now.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is, but, you know.
Shite.
I remember a time when I used to be able to switch my Xbox and 100% guarantee we'd be online.
Yep. And the party chat invite would take almost 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I had no life, all right? I literally would go to work, come home, turn on the Xbox, and I'd be on the Xbox till like 2 in the morning, and then I'd go to bed, get up for work, and repeat the next day. That was my life.
Rinse and repeat.
Was it so bad, though?
Yeah.
It wasn't so bad, but I did lose a lot of girlfriends because of it.
You're in for them days again, Webby.
Oh.
Hope she's not in
I'm very happy now, but, you know, my missus lets me game quite a lot.
She does.
So
well, you met her through the podcast, so she's got to know, that gaming's a big part of your life and all that crap.
Well, she games as well, but she doesn't get to game as much as me because, you know, Marcus takes a lot of time.
Yep.
You know, and he's very clingy to the mother, as what they are.
Yeah, we need to start having conversations about weaning him off the tit.
Yeah. But also, what people think that...
Who's that? Marcus or Mark?
Oh, goodness. But when people see me online on Xbox and they see, Plex or Sky or Netflix or whatever, that's my missus, and I'm still gaming on PC, so still feel free to send me a message, because I'll pick it up on my app on my phone or on the PC. So.
Yep.
Next question.
Next question?
Yep.
Okay. Next question is from... Next. Tom Harding, will you be making some of the older shows available somewhere, if not already, as there are some I'd love to listen to again?
I think that's a really good idea, by the way. It's too much of a pain in the butt to go to Mega and find it, like... Put all that shit back up on the main feed.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, with the main feed, is I only get a certain amount of storage a month, and then it resets. So it will have to be... Fuck me, do you know how long that'll take me to bloody upload?
I want it in my podcast app, just the same way as I get the new shows, please.
So if I want to do that, it will literally be one podcast a week.
That's all right.
Until
People
we
live
hit...
with that.
I think the episode when we changed to Mojo was 248.
Jesus Christ.
So you've got 248 shows to catch up with the current feed. So there you go. Because we lost the first 247 when I changed feeds from Podbean to Libsyn.
We've almost done as many Mojos as the original 360Gs. I thought that was like a good 2/3 of what would have been 360.
Yeah.
To be fair, how many weeks off have we taken? Started Mojo.
Well, yeah.
All I remember about the final one is that I named that episode "Bring On Mojo." One.
Okay. Thank you, Elliot.
Shall we move on?
Next question.
Yeah.
Next.
Someone's already put the mega link on the Facebook page, actually. Nikki Wilson, how can this great podcast be ending again? Yet Wanky Gamers UK still carries on. Thanks for the hours and hours of brilliant entertainment, lads.
I've actually been listening to Cranky Gamers and enjoying it. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Traitor! Partner, Rough Alliance and a traitor. Take him away.
It's all right.
Scam.
It's all right, you know.
It is a guilty pleasure. I listen to it from time to time, to be fair.
Hey,
Just
we're
to
not here
listen
to
what
pimp out other
freebies-
shows, all right? We're just, yeah. It's ending. You can listen to whoever you want.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything mean. Right, next.
No.
Nigel Arnold says, just want to thank you and the other co-hosts for a great 11-year run. You filled many hours of my time with some great banter, jokes, game talk. Hope we can still stay in touch on Xbox Live and Facebook.
Defo.
Yep.
Martin Spink says, just want to thank you for making a great show for so many years. Thank you very much, Martin. Richard Merrick says, long-time listener, first-time caller. Gutted it's the last one, been listening since around episode 70. Would just
Bloody
like
hell.
to say thanks to you and the co-host for some excellent listening hours. I've bought many games from your recommendations, ones I'd never considered purchasing.
Yeah, were they
Hope
any
to hear-
good though?
Hope to hear from you again in about 6 months. Winky face. Cheers again.
We all recommended some right shit though. Let's be honest.
Nah, mate. Every game I recommend is top notch.
Can we
Top
can we go back
notch.
to Peebs and Walking Dead
Peebs,
Survival Instinct?
Oh, was that dreadful Walking Dead game?
Yeah, that's the one. You mentioned it last week. I
Oh,
think, or the
fucking
week
hell,
before
that
last, yeah.
Peeps,
Best
what
game ever.
are your favourite games that you played that no one else did? There was some real dogs that you dug into.
Oh, for his
He
achievements.
was all about lips, if I'm
The
not
Sherlock Holmes game.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, Lips.
Yeah.
That Rambo game, but even I turned that
Yeah.
off.
So what were the best
After
games
this
for getting
Merchant
Chivos then?
crackdown.
Yeah, best games for getting Chivos.
Avatar Last Airbender.
Yeah, obviously Avatar's the most infamous one.
Still never played that.
You literally
King
just had to put it on. Yeah, King Kong was another.
Oh, yeah, even I played that.
Yeah, I can't remember now. off the top
Walking
of my
Dead
head.
Survival Instincts. Yeah, that one. That was a
Oh, what about
I
that
don't think-
Alien? Was it Aliens?
Aliens Colonial
Aliens
Marine.
Colonial
Oh,
Marines.
God. Do
Oh.
you remember playing that
Oh.
in co-op? That was so shit.
Fuck
Do you,
that.
do you remember
game.
that news story from earlier this year where apparently someone fixed all the AI in
Yeah.
the game? One line of code.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was a typo.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's it.
One line of code and he fixed all the AI.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a typo in the line of code. Basically, I could go into.
It
detail.
wasn't the AI alone in that made that
Well,
game.
No,
like
no, there was
that.
many
It
other
wasn't-
things too,
I wasn't
like the
playing it.
graphics
thinking,
downgrade.
Hold on, there's something wrong with the AI here.
There's something wrong with this
No.
fucking game. I remember
did go
I finished it in one weekend. It was like got it through on the Friday, finished it by Saturday, and then quickly realised it was so shit that I had to get down to CEX to get my money back. I literally
Before
lost
the
no-
reviews came in.
before the reviews came in and everyone else came down with their copies trying to get rid of them. Yeah, that game went to about 3-4 quid within about 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I
Good
just
for
want to
Chibo,
say...
though.
Just like Battleborn.
Oh, God, that game sucked balls.
and another great game from Gearbox Interactive.
Yeah. Hogarth just reminded me of PJ's Monkey Pants.
Yeah.
Peeves and Monkey
Yeah.
Pants. That was a good time. Just wanted to throw it out there. Where were we?
Triggered.
Mark Campbell. All the
Next.
best to the crew in question. Who was the
Oh,
most
can I-
random
can I-
community member?
Mark Campbell, is that Mr. C, isn't it?
Yeah.
Congratulations. He had a baby. Him and his wife had a
Oh,
baby
congratulations
Oh,
on your little
damn.
baby.
today. So congratulations,
Did you
mate.
have a boy or
Wow.
a girl? We need to know details. What was the
It's
name?
on Facebook. I did actually see the picture earlier. It looked like a baby. I didn't
It
see if
looked
it was
like
a
a
boy.
baby.
I didn't see
It-
if it was
it
a
did
boy
look
or girl,
human.
though.
Yeah, they're not going to be like, "Is the genitalia of eight peeps?"
Oh, sorry, Mr. C. I met Mr. C at Glastonbury, believe it or not.
Oh,
we-
nice.
We went large.
Which Mr. C?
Mark Campbell.
I'm joking because
not
obviously
the
you
one
was
from
in
the Shaman.
Glastonbury. Yeah,
Not
you
the
said Glastonbury. So
yeah, not Mr.
Yeah.
Not from the Shaman.
crap
Coming
show.
on like-
Move on.
It's all right, mate. Don't worry. Yeah, we went. We did a bit of drinking. Yeah, it was all good.
Nice.
Carry on. So anyway, what was his question?
I just wanted to say, oh yeah, all the best to the crew, and who was the most random community member?
Gordini.
Gordini. I do remember when we went to Eurogame and he was too young to go into the 18 section.
Yeah.
Did you just abandon him and fuck off?
can't remember. Because didn't he come with his dad, and his dad left him with
Yeah.
a bunch of random
I
men?
must have thought we were
That's
some sort of
so
grooming
weird.
gang or something.
We're not.
I do miss the Euro gamers. They were awesome.
Meeting Tads for the first time.
I
Fucking hell.
made the pizza.
Yeah, I thought the peak was one of the. Well, I think we went to about 3 or 4 Eurogamers on the trot, and I think the second from the last, or the last, was the peak, and I think we had about 30, 40 community members turn up. And obviously, we had well, I didn't wear the t-shirt. I was too cool for the t-shirts, but people wearing the t-shirts and coming up to us, and obviously recognising the podcast.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's pretty cool times. And then obviously in the pub afterwards, some epic nights. We ended up in that ping pong bar.
Oh, that ping pong bar was awesome. And who was it that went? Was it Voodoo who just vanished, and then someone got hold of him about an hour later, and he was on the train
he was on the
Liverpool.
train. Yeah.
He was already in Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, he did it too early because he got 2 rat ass on the Friday night and couldn't hack the Saturday.
Sounds like Dan as well.
I always hacked it. Always did. I made look a bit peaky.
We drank ourselves sober, didn't we, on the following night? I think, if I remember correctly.
We'd lost everything. The will
It's
to
hard
live.
to do that.
Yeah. I had some great nights. There was one particular night. I don't remember much of it. Got home okay though, I think. Yeah. Eventually, yeah. It was right. I mean, it's a weird time because to describe it, sitting in a pub and people kind of like trying to talk to you about what your favourite game is and all that, and I'm like, mate, do you want a beer? I'll get you a fucking beer, and we just talk shit. I mean, it was a bit weird. It was almost as it's like a weird celebrity we had at the time, which is hard to
Nobody ever
explain.
got really comfortable with. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I remember in the pub and Stevie C and Stephanie Business come up to me. Oh, it's Pete off the podcast. Oh. Like, I was just like loving me like I was famous. I was like, no, this is pretty
He's
cool.
like,
but
no, I'm
weird.
just a 5'4" dude from Peterborough. Leave me alone.
5'6" actually.
Oh my bad.
Did you have your DMs on, mate?
Yeah, they were good times.
Yeah.
It was odd, yeah. People from rival podcasts coming up to you and saying hello and everything.
Yeah.
Did that happen?
There was that little rivalry, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a few podcast wars when people was like leaving snotty reviews on each other's iTunes pages, and
it was so brilliant.
Wow.
What were who was the competing podcast? I was oblivious to this, I think.
Oh,
No, you weren't.
wasn't it?
Was it Wanky Gamers?
Well, it
I
started
think
off
so.
with Cranky Gamers, I think, to start off with, and then obviously we had community members fraction off and do their own ones, and it got a bit.
Oh,
there
yeah.
was,
yeah.
and then Cinema Dan was a bit of a traitor and went over to Frost.
Hey,
Traitor Dan.
Okay, right. Frost Gaming is a terrible name for a podcast. Fucking awful. I do hope.
I do like their movie ones though.
Yeah. Well, I only did
The movie and music ones were awesome.
The movie and movie ones I enjoyed doing, but oh god, I can only talk so much about video games these days, and tried doing it over 2 podcasts back in the day, and it was a certain format. And no disrespect for Will and everyone else who's in it; they're great guys. But I always used to like to audio fire because both Will and James had terrible taste in movies and music. Fucking
You're a
awful.
music snob, Dan, and you always
Oh, man. They liked like emo shit, and it was like My Chemical Toilet is their favourite band, and it was all this kind of
Bad times.
But it was good because it worked because they were ranting and raving about this awful music, and I just kept on going at it head on, telling him it's shit, and then terrorising them.
Different age groups.
Yeah, terrorising them with some awful techno.
Isn't it all awful?
No, we were good. We were good. Audio file was good.
I was on an episode of Frost Media now.
Were you now?
Ooh.
I was.
All right, let's
I was
move
on
on.
one of the movie ones.
Yeah, such a traitor. Everyone's traitors here, fuckers.
Sorry.
Oh, cheers, mate.
But I'll just say I had 2 visits to London, and met all you guys. Stayed with Mark. Cheers for making the effort to come and see me. Obviously, I've had a fantastic journey through this whole thing, meeting you guys. So I hope that continues.
Can I tell you my favourite part of meeting you, Colin, was when you came down to Brighton for the first time. We took you to Brewdog, and there was actually recording of this because I've had it on a feed, but it was never published.
Oh yeah, I listened to it once.
Yeah,
I think it's on the Mega actually. But anyway, keep going.
And we literally had. I mean, it might be worth. I mean, I'm sure Colin wouldn't mind the public hearing this, but it was literally our entire piss up. So we had the microphone on the table, just talking like normal, normal conversation. And then you can hear the barmaid come over, and we're talking about getting these flutes of beer, and can you do some of this, can you do some of that? Beer turns up, and I shit you not, after 2 of these flutes, our voices start slur, we start talking absolute shit. You're talking about 10, 12% proof beer here.
Yeah.
And then we switch off for a bit, and then we join it every so often, and then we're literally trying to steer Colin around the whole of Brighton, trying to sober him up along the way.
I was fine. And you even acknowledged it.
You matched me drink for drink, but the thing is,
Yes.
But you were going like for Kronenberg when I was like going for a nice 4.2 IPA session beer.
Yeah, I must admit, Collie can handle his drink for an American, especially when I don't drink that regular.
Yeah, it's true. I'll say no more, but it was.
I think it's my English and Irish ancestry.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. It's definitely genetic, mate.
Cans of whoop ass.
Right, next question is, Terry Phillipson just says all the best for the future. Paul Clark says, I just want to say it's been brilliant over the last 10 years or so, and I want to thank all you guys for making a great community. Thank you, Paul Clark.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
Robert Clapp, what is everyone's top 3 podcasts? Mojo Radio, 360 Gamercast,
and Frost Gaming.
There we go.
Done.
Robert Clapp also says...
Cranky Gamers, Xbox Ramble.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Xbox Ramble was a classic.
Xbox Ramble.
How many episodes did they do of that?
They did
That's Webby's twin.
Yeah. And Webby's the Chapo. All Chapo did an Xbox Ramble was sit there and get stoned. It was great.
That doesn't surprise me with Chapo. He's actually a really nice guy. I met him at Eurogamer. Yeah.
He's still on my Facebook feed. Yeah.
Nice.
Good guy. Anyway.
Where were we?
Podcast, I don't know.
Robert Clapp says, thanks for a great podcast, Webby and everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Clark says, who's your favourite co-host?
Oh.
Knobs in the back.
Head case.
You all equally.
You fuckers, man. You meant to say, I don't have a favourite, you're all great.
I don't have a
That's
favourite.
what I'd like.
You're great.
As long as it ain't that Webby fucker, we're all good.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I don't want anyone getting upset.
I don't want to answer because there is a favourite, but
Go on, Elliot.
Bastard.
Go on, Elliot. Who is it?
it's in a Dan.
Oh,
Boyfriend for
get
life.
him,
all those times I
Browno.
was mean to you. Did you cry inside?
Oh, I just took it in jest.
Good man. Good man.
At least Elliot has a sense of humour.
Yeah, exactly. At least he hasn't, threatened to quit, and he's just moaned at it. Huh?
Was Sly the one who used to jump into party chat and everyone used to jump out?
Yeah!
It was like so annoying. Everyone was like, who is this kid? Get him out of the party. And then he ended up being actual host.
Well,
I remember, Peeves,
Yeah.
I remember the first time we talked, you were on Black Ops 2, and I joined you. And you're like, who are you? I was like, oh, I'm a listener. You're like, all right, we'll play Black Ops 2. And then people kept joining in, and then we had this big Black Ops 2 thing going. And then that was when I sort of broke out.
Elliot and I got to know each other really well when I moved to Singapore because I was in the same time zone as him, and we were all gaming.
Do you remember the first game we played together, Collie?
Dying Light? What was it?
No, it wasn't. Oh my god, Dying Light? That was years, mate. That
Oh
was
no,
later.
it was Halo.
It was Halo ODST.
Yeah.
It was
Anyway.
ODST, and I had to go to IKEA, and I bailed on you. The firefight. Bad. Still.
That was a long time, and then I moved to Singapore, and
That was 2009 or 10.
Holy cow, you've been around a long time.
How old are you then?
Yeah, I think
15?
ODST was 09. 15, mate. I think I was 10.
Wow.
Bloody hell. Grooming.
I mean, I've been listening since 2009.
Wow. Wow.
Well, yeah, in this
It's
podcast, I've
literally
been
half my
married,
life.
divorced, married again.
That's
I've
insane
gone
to
to
think
high
about
school,
those, isn't it?
graduated
You have
high
Oscar?
school.
When did you get Oscar?
Yeah, Oscar's 10, so it must have been about the same time.
Shit hell.
Oscar came with you through the divorce. Then I see.
Yeah.
Good.
Man.
All I had was the dog. And someone asked earlier about have I still got my R2D2 Xbox 360. Sadly, when I got divorced, I had to sell everything I basically owned to. As some of you remember, I used to have quite a good games room in my old house.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
Everything in that games room got sold.
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck me.
So I've just been for a slash. Is that what Tanya did to you, mate?
Yeah.
I do
Fucking
remember
hell, man.
when me and Peeps, because me and Peeps would be in party chat pretty much every day. We were like bros. And then his missus would come in his gaming room and start shouting at him. And he'd just leave the mic on for like, and it'd just be literally like 10 minutes of him getting shouted at. And I would just be sitting there like, oh my God.
That was the best thing about the Xbox One mics, weren't they? They were so crystal clear that someone literally went off and had a fucking domestic. Like,
I remember one time in party chat.
to it.
About one time in party chat, someone had sex with their missus, and we could hear everything.
No.
Yep, I'm not saying it anymore.
Seriously?
Yep.
You fucking what?
Was it someone in this chat?
I'm not at liberty to say.
That's a yes.
Yes, then, isn't it?
My guess is it's Webby.
It was Webby.
Those connects can pick up everything.
Oh.
What was it all of like 10 seconds?
But which missus was it?
Okay, just a quick question, but is anyone else in this chat watching the Twitch stream? Because I'm looking at him laugh now. And he's changing colour.
Do you know, Dan? I think I might have been in that party chat with you. Because I sort of remember this.
There was definitely some slapping going on.
That's hilarious.
I feel like I was in there with you, and I feel like I said we should probably leave, and you go, no, this is too funny.
Oh dear.
Yeah, pretty much.
Moving on.
Oh.
Must have been a pleasant 5
But-
minutes.
So Peebs, you came along and you guys actually lived in the same town, right? Like, wasn't that kind of trippy?
Not far. I think I was Peterborough and Webby was in Huntingdon.
Yeah.
They're only about a 20-minute drive.
I actually moved to Peterborough for a little while though.
Yeah, and your mum still lives near me, doesn't she? She's in the next village up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, but I remember the flat you used to have above the Chinky.
Oh, that was awesome, that flat. Mate, I used to
That
live
was
in
in,
that Chinese. That was so nice. That was a good flat.
Were you ever lazy enough to ask him to deliver?
Mate, you haven't lived until you've gone to a Chinese and said, right, mate, do you deliver? Yeah, okay, well, give me a lift home then.
God.
I've had that done before.
Someone, I was told this the other day, that someone on his way home from work that I know goes into his local pizza place, orders a home takeaway pizza, and then gets in the fucking car with the pizza delivery.
That's quality.
That's ingenuity. I applaud that.
It's cheaper than a taxi and you get a pizza out of it. Nice.
Yeah, but one day he's going to luck out and it's going to be some fucking 17-year-old on a shitty little moped, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't give you backsies, mate. Got an L plate.
Oh.
Good.
Oh, right, shall we move on to
Next question. Next question.
Bring us back.
Okay, Nick Murray, a question from the archives. If you were trapped on a desert island, what games would you have that were single player, co-op, or multiplayer? Seriously, thanks for all the podcasting over the years. It kept me in the loop with gaming when my game time dwindled to next to nothing. Adieu, parting is such sweet sorrow.
That was a question we always used to get asked, didn't it? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever answered it.
It's a big question, to be fair.
I've never answered it. So why start now?
Nigel Arnold asked question, any possibility of a one-off end-of-year special? Probably not.
No.
I don't know. Do you think this is the actual end, Webby, or do you think you'll come out of retirement again?
No, I mean, I think you missed the beginning, Peebs. I did say that this is the end of Mojo Radio. This is, this is definitely the end, 100%. no backsies this time. I need a massive break. I need time to do like my studying, work, spend time with Marcus and the missus. That is what I need. I have said that Mark's Gaming Den, my YouTube channel, will carry on. I'm going to be doing videos when I feel like it, pretty much. So the videos just pop up quite sporadically there. I think if I did start another podcast, it would start under a completely new name on a new feed. And obviously start from episode 1.
You can call it Swanky Gamers, couldn't you?
Yeah, we can call it Swanky Gamers. But that, that's not something I'm thinking of right now. I need time away from, that pressure of needing to have the latest game all the time, getting games completed, the pressure of just editing the show, or even, recording it sometimes.
I've paid for 3 games this year, Webby. It's October,
Yeah, but when you're doing a podcast, that pressure's always on you to buy the latest games. You talk about them on the show, and that gaming time for me just isn't there right now. It's taking me months and months to finish games that I really love. And before I'd finish them within a week and talk about them. I'd rather take my time with games now, buy less games, and just enjoy my hobby. And I find that I'm just not enjoying it as much at the minute because, I feel like I'm rushing through games I just want to savor. So I just want to go back to the hobby that I love, just enjoy it at a slower pace, just enjoy other aspects of life. This is a hobby. This has always been a hobby, the podcast, but I feel like in the last year or so, it's overspilled too much into other aspects of my life that I don't want it to. So I need that time now just to enjoy life and just get away from podcasting for a while. So
good.
Yeah,
this is for the good.
Yeah, and if you've never done a podcast before, you just don't understand that pressure that you feel for getting the show out the same day every week, getting everyone together to record, and just buying the games and stuff. It's just, at some points, it's overwhelming.
And I think that's why, to be fair, and thanks for everybody, people have come and gone, but I think as you've seen Dan, Peebs, and myself be less frequent on it, it's because it was, a realization that other things matter more, if it feels like a job, then there's something wrong about it. If it feels like a responsibility and an obligation, then there's something. It should be about the love and the excitement. So I'm, good for you for kind of recognizing the priorities.
I don't get me wrong. I love doing the podcast. It's it's something I've always enjoyed doing. I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it. But because I love talking to you guys. And when we stopped last time, I felt that we lost touch quite a lot. I know we still chatted in our little groups that we've got going, but I do miss talking to you guys properly.
It's quite
party
hard.
Chat.
Yeah, I mean, party chat's better to talk because you can be more candid on party chat.
But you're never on party chat anymore, Dan.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. You keep playing Fortnite.
Yeah, so
Discord.
I mean, so party chat and Discord is something that we're just going to do a lot more.
Exactly.
People in the community are welcome to join us at any time. But just a less formal approach. We're not going to be recording anymore. It's not going to go up for people to listen to. It's just going to be community, just having fun. And I think that's what gaming should be about. Just like-minded people having a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Facebook and the Twitter is still going to be active, isn't it? So you can shout out for gamer nights and stuff on there.
Yeah. Discord is going to carry on. I love Discord. I think it's a great piece of technology. I think it's great that you can see what people are playing on across all different platforms. It's a great way to keep in touch with people. So join Discord. It's fucking awesome.
Keep it on your phone this time, Peebs.
What's that?
Peebs, keep the app on your phone. You had to download the freaking Discord app to get in here.
Yeah, this is on my Apple Mac. I'd have to. Can you download it on your phone? Can you?
Yeah. It's brilliant.
It's a browser one as well.
It's like having party chat on your phone.
Oh, okay.
All good.
What were you saying, Webby?
I just want to give a big shout out to you, Colin, for actually recommended Discord because I didn't even know what the fuck it was until you mentioned it. So, cheers for that.
It's all over the place now. I think that was 3 years ago.
It was quite a long time ago.
It's an evolution from the old the old like community service people used to have like
Yeah.
TeamSpeak, like invent.
Yeah.
That's it. But it's way better.
Yeah. So next question is from Adam Edwards. Quite a good question, this actually. Was Mojo Interactive the first choice when changing the name of the podcast, or were there a couple of close contenders? Thanks again for all the dedication and hard work over the years, but now it's time to dedicate yourself to the family. They will thank you for it.
Yeah,
What we got?
Well, it was Headcase came up with Mojo. So the way I remember it, Mark, you'll fill in the details. But
That was Headcase, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about expanding. We had a big, we were getting 7,000 or 8,000 subscribers, downloads every week. We had a really active community. It was at the point where people were graduating away from just 360. I had gotten a PlayStation 3. Uncharted 2 was out. Like, there were a lot of PlayStation exclusives, and so it was more like, let's make this bigger. Let's not be just 360, right? And so we were, I think you were the primary driver behind it, Webby, but it was more like, how can we change the name to be not 360 centric? How can we cast a wider net, get more people involved in the community?
Colin,
and so
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Did we do it the year the consoles came?
Yeah.
Do it like 8?
No. It was before the Xbox One. It was definitely before the Xbox One. Yeah.
But we knew the next gen was coming.
I think it was 2012. I think it was 2012.
I feel like it was early 2013.
Yeah, something like that.
I haven't got a fucking clue. I was drunk most weeks anyway, so it was fine.
But anyways, Headcase was the guy who came. We were searching for a name. I don't know that we had any top contenders, Mark. You can, but all of a sudden, Headcase was like, "Hey, here's something I come up with," and it was Mojo. It was a new art style. He had the logos all made. It was like it was out of nothing. Video. He had it. Yeah,
there's a YouTube video still floating around on YouTube. So like a theme tune and all the graphics he made up for it.
Yeah,
he did a really good job though.
It's
a fantastic job.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, the thinking behind it was before the next generation of consoles. Oh, Captain Kirk's just said it was April 2013.
Okay. Oh, I nailed that as well.
Yeah, so the Xbox One came out in 2013. It was in November.
Yeah, they were both November.
Yeah, so we wanted to get the new show name out before the next gen consoles came out because we knew that we wanted to go multi-platform. And Colin was right. We were playing a lot of PlayStation 3 at the time as well because there was a lot of great exclusives on the platform at the time. And I was like, I want to talk about other systems. I want to talk about because I was talking about PlayStation quite a lot at the time anyway because I want to talk about the Uncharted, etc. I was like, we need to cast this wider net. I think that might have been our downfall, quite honestly.
Yeah,
because,
I was thinking that.
I think quite a lot of people liked the console-centric show, and gamers are very tribal fanboys, right?
God knows why.
I don't get it. It's something that I don't understand. But people like to listen to specific niche shows that they like. Okay, so you got people that like into like Star Wars podcasts, etc. You know what I mean? So
Star Trek for the win.
Star Trek for the win, of course.
I
think one of the reasons why 360G was so popular was because it was very niche. It was just that one market, and I think when we expanded out to talk about every platform under the sun, a lot of people lost interest in that because people don't want to know about other systems. They don't give a shit, right? So I think
so stupid, dude. Uncharted 2 was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So and I think
Nino Cooney.
Nino fracking Cooney.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's when the listenership started to dwindle. But we've kept it going at a steady pace. But those numbers have never been as high as we were back then. And that's fair. But it's a shame, but for me personally, my gaming habits have changed so much from back then. I play pretty much every platform under the sun. I'm going to talk about them, right? Because I'm playing them. So
I wonder if God punished you for getting a PC.
Probably.
Yeah, I said a pox on the.
Sorry, Seta.
Yeah, so
sorry. Bring us back. We digress.
Anyway, I still think we should have called ourselves Swanky Gamers.
Yeah,
that's a fucking awesome name.
It is quite good, isn't
Paul Barry Higgins says, now you have more time, pal. We're going to run a half marathon. No, I'm too lazy. Next, Nigel Arnold. If you could do it all again from the beginning, what would you change anything? I don't think so, man. I
I think
mean,
you just kind of answered that, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think we would. I mean, I wouldn't change the name of the show. I wouldn't, I'd keep it as it was. I think. Just
I'd invest in a few businesses and .coms.
yeah.
Yeah, bit of Bitcoin at the right amount of
I'd
time.
go
Yeah.
and get a sports almanac and bet on.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
put
know.
all your
I
money
don't know
on
if
that.
we kept it 360G, man. Because
Exactly.
I don't know. I miss those days. I don't know. I don't think I'd change anything. Okay. Next question. Callum Elkin, can you guys recommend an alternative British gaming podcast? There's tons of American ones, but UK seems a little harder to find.
Cranky Gamers.
Digital
There's
Diaries.
Quite a few British ones out there nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're
Well,
very super popular.
I'm going to recommend Digital Diaries because they do a different format where they have every host picks a topic, just discuss it.
Oh, nice.
It's a very nice format.
Can we hold the
Fresh.
fort a minute?
We need a piss.
Yeah.
Stunty has just joined the chat.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Shit in
Get
hell,
in
man.
here.
Come on, you slag.
PS4 fanboy.
Stunty?
Is he going to say anything? Has he got stage fright?
Hello.
Hey, give
I
he's
bet,
got
I bet he's not
stage
tweaked
right.
mic settings. I bet his mic's
doesn't do
turned
s-
off in the
Yeah.
audio settings.
He doesn't do
Ah,
technology.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Hey.
Alright.
Oh, hello. How you,
How you doing?
doing? All right?
Good, good.
Yeah. I've not been on here, have I, for recording, so I don't know how you do it, because I'm like Peeves and
Right,
you.
yeah.
Like this.
That's right, mate.
I was sat in Skype for half an hour waiting.
Really? I was like waiting for the button and it never turns up.
Yeah.
How
Well,
are you doing?
How's Paul? Good.
Yeah, good.
Nice of you to
no,
turn up, Paul.
I'm in a lot of pain at the moment.
Oh, what have you done?
I've pulled my back out
Oh, fuck, man.
really, really badly actually today, and I walk around like I've shit myself.
Must have really good sex.
Getting pegged by his
And it's
missus.
it's
Aw.
really bad because we had to go to the pub today because it was one of the family's 70th birthday, and when we were leaving the pub, it looks like I'm so pissed, but I only had a pint because of the way I'm walking, because I have to have my feet like a frog, really, sort of thing.
Like a crab.
But yeah, that's it, like a crab. Yeah, it's really bad, man.
Like you're about to
Oh,
shit yourself.
Yeah,
Sorry, mate.
definitely. Yeah. So,
So,
there we go.
are you going to be on for long, Stunty? We're just going through the questions on Facebook right now.
Yeah,
Stick around, man.
if you want me
Stick
to
around.
stay around, yeah.
Of course.
Oh.
Right, I'm just going to go through some more questions. Mark Tudor says, do any of the hosts want to keep going with podcasting, or are they already involved with other pods?
Haha.
Good question.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. I know I've only just joined recently, but I've sort of started to get a taste for it. So, to be completely honest with you, I've been thinking about starting something up in New Year.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, different
Watch this
format,
space.
something a little more interactive, maybe. I wouldn't nick the community. Obviously, it would be under a different name and everything, but it would be nice to sort of think
I'll
of it
nick
as an
the
offshoot or
community.
something.
Nick 'em all. I don't care.
It'd be nice to be think of it as like a little offshoot, sort of a sister publication, if you will.
Mhm.
So yet to be
Fraser to
decided.
Cheers, if you will.
Exactly.
We're not going to be that boring, mate.
Well, no. Oh, Fraser was amazing. But I have.
Before you know it, Webby will be on it as a co-host.
Well,
Oh,
that's the thing.
do you know how
but
nice
bear in
it would
mind-
You'll be
be to
doing the
be...
editing.
This is the thing. What I've been thinking is, obviously all of you guys would be welcome, but it's a case of like, Webby won't have to deal with the pressure of having to edit it, put it out on a
Oh,
regular
that'd be
schedule,
so
all this kind of
nice.
shit.
It's not
So I am absolutely.
He doesn't edit it.
up
Yeah.
He just sort of tails it.
Well,
This is fine.
I've
I remember times
pretty
when
sure-
listen back on podcasts and had to text Webby and say, you've left something in, mate, you need to get it out, and he'd have to go back into it.
Yeah, there was one or
Yeah.
two times where it was like, I've just taken it down. You know?
You can't
But,
say that. The missus will go mental.
Well, I ain't got that to worry about, so that's all good. But yeah, I mean, this is what I was saying earlier, like maybe integrating it with a bit of YouTube, a bit of Twitch, whatever. You know, just testing the waters at the moment. But it would be nice to see a continuation of it all. That's if you're going to be asked listening to me rant about stuff, because you know,
It's all right.
hey,
Not hard to hit subscribe on the
True
podcast app.
yeah, just hit subscribe. You don't have to actually listen to it. It's fine. But
I
I've
have a
been
lot of long
talking
shifts
with
at work. I'll listen.
There you go. But I've been talking to Sensei Switch as well, who also has an interesting idea.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
See, there is life after the old dog.
That's
Exactly.
Is it
Yeah.
the anime music show?
Yeah.
It's
Possibly. I
like
don't
real
know.
life.
You have to get Evan on as well. If it's about
No.
anime.
Not
Yeah, be-
specifically anime.
Well, no, all sorts of stuff, sort of a thing, rather than just all games all the time, bit of game music and stuff. Because I really like that game music podcast we did. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, that was one of the best shows we ever did, I think.
Agreed.
Which one?
The gaming music show we did.
Oh.
Remember
one's
what
like-
everyone kept suggesting on Facebook comments? Mass Effect 2 Suicide Mission. What a
That was
track.
one you was a bit pissed off missing, wasn't it, Stunty?
Yeah, I was all up for the night for it, and then my internet went down on that evening. I was gutted. But there we go. So, good old Virgin back in the day.
Oh, still
Fucking
shit, mate. Don't worry
Richard
about that.
Branson's a fucking cunt.
Yeah, he's like
What's he
Jamie
do
Oliver.
these days?
Yeah, but he's a rich cunt, so you know he's got to have done something right.
I used to work for Virgin. Trust me, one year he gave us, do you know what Christmas bonus was? A copy of his fucking signed autobiography. What
Oh,
the fuck
no.
off?
At least you can wipe your ass with it.
I could have done.
That's true, yeah.
I could have done that. Happy Christmas. Here's a book about me.
Oh, that's put so many ideas in my head now.
What, wiping your ass with Richard Branson?
No. Oh man, that's just put some horrible ideas in my head. No, I mean I was just thinking, you know, all these family members and stuff. Merry Christmas. Here's I don't know, a page about my year. Let's just do the horrible letter thing.
Yeah, and
maybe
I'll
some
sign
shit homemade fudge or something. Yeah,
and then you sign it at the back at the end.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck you, asshole.
Basically, the giant fuck you of Christmas presents.
So,
good.
anyway, next question is from Mark Campbell. He says, last podcast for Mojo today, and my daughter is born the same day. Maybe
Why?
future podcast.
There you go. I said earlier. There we go.
Yeah, have a
Daughter.
great show
He had
listening
a
to the
daughter, by the way.
He's had a daughter. What's your
Yeah.
daughter's name, Mark? We need to know.
Missy.
Mojo.
Mojo.
Mojo,
Oh,
yeah.
Mojo, yes.
Mm.
Mojo Campbell.
Congratulations,
Have a
anyway.
look on his Facebook page. I might say. Doesn't say. I can see. Okay, this is a good question, and I want you to answer honestly on this one. Grant Henderson, if you had to, like, held at gunpoint, what member of the podcast team would you have sex with?
Oh, well, it's no contest. Webby.
Yeah, because
Only
it's pretty
game.
like a bitch.
I think Colin would be quite gentle.
I think, yeah, you're probably right.
Guys.
Tender and considerate lover.
Oh
I'm
God!
glad no one said me because I'm the young.
Yeah, you're underage, mate.
Yeah.
There'll be-
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean? I'm 19. I'm alright.
Still too young, mate. Way too young.
Right for the picking.
I'm fucking 42, mate. I'm twice as old. I'm old enough to be dad.
Oh goodness!
Dad, is that
I could be
you?
his granddad.
Anyone else going to answer that?
I'd say Webby, because he would definitely scream, and it wouldn't take long, would it?
I'd say
Oh my
Switch
God.
because he would put a lot of passion into it, just like all his arguments and every rant he's ever gone on. It would just be very quick and done.
Violent.
Violent. Get in there, you breast head.
Oh God!
What the fuck?
When's the next meetup? So we can all have
Fucking
Switch's bedroom.
Oh, no.
Oh dear. Okay, next question. Paul Ever says, "Thank you so much for 10 years of news, info, and awkward laughs through the street. You're welcome, Paul. Andy Newman says, thanks, Mark Webb. It was indeed a wild ride. It was indeed.
He's in here now. He's having an eavesdrop.
He's having
Is
an
he now?
eavesdrop, isn't he? Yeah. I still remember him pissed up in London hugging random people in the street.
I think we're all doing that, weren't we?
Apart from Mr. Monday was throwing up in the street.
Oh, God.
Oh, do you know, one of my favourite memories is actually from this year, which is when I actually met Bolo in person. And Bolo threw up all over Melbourne.
Yeah, wasn't he lying in the gutter or something like that?
He was lying in the gutter. I had to drag him into my hotel and sit him down in the lobby.
Man, you should have gotten video of that shit.
Oh, I said enough. He wasn't happy when I said that on the
Oh, was he
podcast.
not?
He's like, you could have toned it back a bit. He's like, you made me sound a bit bad.
Yeah, well, we all know Australians
we
can't
love.
drink. So,
what I will say about that is he was much worse than I made him sound, and I made him sound not great.
there you go.
Mr. C's daughter is called Molly.
Oh, how's the Mojo then?
Happy birthday, Molly.
Mojo Molly. There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Molly Mojo.
Molly Mojo's
360 Gamercast. Job done.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So Stunty put a question on the thing, but he's here now.
What's his question?
I can't remember.
He says, out of all the games you played on the podcast, name one game that stood out the most for you, and cheers for a great podcast. Call of Duty 4 and
Yeah, I'd say
Battlefield
4.
Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 4 for me because the community hates.
For me, I'm going to answer my own question here. I would say Need for Speed Most Wanted. I had some epic nights.
Yeah,
oh yes.
Trip and sort of Head Case and some of the others on that. I mean, they were just hilarious. Troubles with Trip, though, is he was just too good. That was the problem. He always beat us, even when he was at the back. No.
I don't think anything beats my memory. Dan Battlefield 4 though.
Well, is that when I landed? Your face?
It was when you shot a helicopter out the air and it dropped on top of my head, and you got a team kill on me.
And I put it up, and that was when it was like.
And then your Xbox recorded it. Yep, that was it.
Yeah, and it worked for the first time ever. It was quite spectacular. It was literally just doing a bazooka up in the sky, RPG'd it, and this thing just came nosedives, and it was literally perfect squish splat.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It was on that map with the satellites. I remember I was on the satellite. There's this big open space, and then I'm dead. How'd that happen?
I'd say Dragon's Dogma because
man,
I really loved that game. And it was
I couldn't get on with that game.
It was the game I was on the podcast to talk about.
I still remember the ending.
The ending.
I was in party chat with everyone, and I was like, I don't know what to do, and no one would fucking tell me. It was something stupid like taking an item out of your inventory.
Yeah, you have to kill yourself.
Stab yourself. I remember there's Jared in the game chat with us. Go, how do I finish this fucking game?
Yeah.
He went on for an hour and a half, and then I told him.
And then when you think you've completed it, you haven't.
No, you haven't. No. Oh man, I love that game. My Techno Tracy, she went off and killed everything.
Yeah, I had her as one of my companions, man. She was epic.
Yeah, she should get on top of ogres' backs and stab them in the eyes.
I'll say about the community, when I got Dark Souls, so many people reached out to help me with Dark Souls. They were just like, I got bombarded at.
That was a big community game.
It was. Brady Boy saved me in that game.
Brady Boy was my boy.
Is anyone going to pick up on the Switch? It's out now, isn't it?
No.
It is out. I already have it on the PS4 remastered, and I'm almost finished it.
Really? Ooh.
I just want to give a shout out to Nobster. He says,
Nobster.
Will anyone be organising any meetups soon in London? If so, I'll be happy to offer my pub as a meetup point.
Oh. What neighbourhood is your pub in?
Yeah.
I always remember when we did that meetup in London and Nobster was just buying everyone drinks all bloody night.
Yeah, was this the White Horse?
His bar. It probably wasn't costing him anything.
No, it was the White Horse.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that, I suppose. I mean, as I said, it might be tricky for Webby because of Marcus, but
Oh, he can come along and get pissed with us. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Do they let babies in pubs in the UK?
Yeah, until a certain time. To 8 o'clock. Depends what kind of boozer it is as well. If it's
unless they're serving.
Yeah.
Babies, that is.
Oh yeah, my missus has just reminded me. There's a video game exhibition in London.
Yeah.
At the Victoria Albert. Victoria and Albert.
When's that?
Just Google it. It's on until
Ongoing.
February.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go at some point. It'd be nice if you come with me.
Yeah, I think we should try and make that a proper meet-up then. February gives there's plenty of notice for everyone.
Yeah, I'm just going to try
And
and
also,
find a
nothing
link.
happens in February either, is it? It's really dead, and just
My
sitting
bonus
there.
will have come in by then. Should I come?
Yes, you should.
100%.
I'll do most of February just to point out. So yeah.
Okay, I found the link. It's vam.ac.uk exhibition/video games. Put link in there.
Well, we'll do about 10 minutes in the exhibition and then what we used to. So
Exactly. We just walk round, realise it's shit, and then go down the pub.
Yeah.
I got 4 transits come up. Oh, sorry, not van.
I was going to say it was always you, Peeps, and Companion Cube that'd be sneaking off to the pub first.
Jonesy, love a bit of Jonesy.
Jonesy
He never says a word in the veterans chat, but we still love him.
Yeah, we just said we're too cool to queue. Queuing up with the nerds in them things. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Getting sweaty.
We went to Res, and I remember seeing him walking down the stairs, hands in his pockets. He's like, "All right, guys, yeah, I've done the round. Let's get to the pub."
Yeah. We didn't see any of Res. Let's be honest. We didn't spend any time in Res whatsoever.
That wasn't that great.
Nah. No.
And everyone wanted to play. Everyone was like, "Oh, there's this game. We're all gonna buy it.
Roll
the
out,
Switch
roll
is
out.
gonna be amazing." And everyone thought it was shit when they bought it.
Yeah, I did buy Brawl Out, and my kids still like it. And Nathan has never played once with me. I only went along with Nathan because he was the one that was high on it.
Nathan's a man whore anyway, so.
And this is why I won't be getting Smash Bros, because I know what's going to happen. No one will play.
What?
Well, me and Nathan have already set up a night rallies gaff in December.
Nice.
week. I think the week after Smash comes out, he's going to have the projector up on his wall, and we're going to play Smash and have some food. There'll be a load of us around. I'm going to bring all the peripherals around and be good.
Nice.
Sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah. But he'll probably pull out and make an excuse and. Typical
That's what she said, isn't
it?
So what should we have done with that Res meetup differently? I remember Peeves loved the pub, but it was a little bit out of the way. Yeah.
Bloody well, though, up on the balcony.
That was the only problem with Res was the pub was in a bit of was quite a way away from.
Took 15 minutes to walk to it. Yeah, there's nothing right by there.
In all honesty, we went to Pimp Shuey. I mean, it cost us. I kid you not. I mean, I think I paid for an Uber, and that Uber that took us half hour across town cost me 11 quid for about 4 of us. Absolute bargain. Yeah. So that wasn't the problem, and Pimp Shuey was fine.
I'm not doing Pimp Shuey anymore.
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Might as well just go to Alex's house. He's got more arcade machines.
Yeah. Or we can go on a proper London pub crawl, which I.
We can go to Knobster's pub and get pissed.
Exactly.
Yeah. What neighborhood? What borough is it in? Is it in Soho?
No, it's.
That's why
it's by Norwood. So.
I was in Soho during the week for works too. It was all right.
Nice.
You got out alive then.
I did, yes. I did. Although we got coached back at must have been about 11, 12 o'clock, and our coach got lost in Soho to the point whereby he was crashing into sides and had to do a 12-point turn in front of loads of people. So, anyway, carry on.
Daddy, you can just put on in the chat. It's been emotional. Thanks for the laughs through all the years. Thanks, Webby, for letting me be a guest. Really enjoyed it. Everyone of the community will miss catching up with guys. Take care and see you online.
See ya.
Saddy face.
Was it Danny Icken who stood up for that Walking Dead game, Pete?
No, it was Rushimitsu.
Oh yeah, it was. Where's he gone to?
He's still my
still
friends
about.
list. He still plays FIFA constantly, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I haven't talked to Ash in ages.
His pub is in West Norwood. Seems like it's south.
Oh yeah. I know where that is.
what's it like
That's
around
what
there
it
then,
is.
Dan?
It's kind of posh. It's all
Oh,
right.
that's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. It'll be
Right.
all right. It'll be a good old London boozer down there.
Well, Norwood's not far from Peckham.
Yeah, it'll be all right. I do like a London pub.
Right.
Let's
I
just
like
do it
Brewdog.
February. Mark it
Yeah,
in
we'll
the
get
diary.
we'll get a Airbnb or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
room, so
I
that's what
remember
you
the
want, a
last
big room
Airbnb
again.
we got. I projectile vomited all over the bathroom, and my missus had to clean it up.
I share a bed with Collie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Less nice.
Yeah, he's gentle.
Spoons.
Colin
Oh,
is gentle.
I kept my clothes on.
Did
As
he?
did I. You know, that
Uh,
first Airbnb on the first London meetup that I went to, it seemed like we were right above a fracking discotheque or something, dude. It was loud all night long at that one spot. I think the second one was a little bit better, but whatever.
I'm gonna do another question.
Yeah.
Do it.
Tim Shannon, I'm stuck in work. I can't listen live, but my final question will be: has gaming really moved on in the years Mojo 360G has been going, or have we as gamers just moved on with life? It's always FIFA, Call of Duty, Battlefield and Forza. Have we just grown bored? Thanks again for the poddy.
Hmm.
I think we've
No,
asked
it's
that. Yeah.
It's just more. There's just more choice now, isn't
Yeah,
there?
Too
That's
much
the problem.
choice.
Yeah. There's too much choice, and it pushes everyone wherever.
Too much
Isn't it?
Fortnite.
No, I feel like there has been industry consolidation. I feel like the golden era for me was 2009 to 2013. Skyrim, Mass Effect, BioShock. You know, like
Yeah.
like
Last of
all
Us.
these really cool stories, and now it's more of it feels like less games are available, and more companies are just trying to like hit it out of the park with these massive ones, and it's very hit or miss rather than here's a cool game, here's a cool game, here's a cool game, here's a cool game.
To be
So
honest-
Fortnite is a big part of that, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of developers and studios have gone towards like gone away from epic stories into stuff like instant gratification.
Yeah.
Mhm. And epic customization via microtransactions.
Yeah,
Mhm.
microtransactions has been a huge thing. And don't
Oh,
forget
do
as well that in at least the last 5 years, you've had like the explosion of indie gaming, as well as the dawn of early access.
Yeah.
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 Oh, do you guys remember online
Yeah.
passes?
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Those were the dark days.
Wasn't the
Oh,
first
that's
game
when they
to
didn't
have one of
work.
those Army of Two?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
I'm with two. Me and Peebs had loads of fun on that.
Yeah.
I wonder
What's
why
the
they
rest-
never
Like,
brought
they're
another one
recently
of
on
them back.
backwards compatibility.
I know that
pardon me.
sold out all around my local towns, like Army of Two. That sold buckets around here when that first.
Yeah, I
I
remember
think it
my
was one
house
of the
playing
first
it as well.
big sort of co-op games.
We need to bring another one of them back. That or Kane and Lynch.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I actually like that weird. Was it Dog Days, the one where people
Yeah.
were taking it back because it used weird like visual effects and to make it look like it was like being captured on a smartphone or something.
yeah.
But
But
talk
you
to
think-
I know Colin just mentioned Skyrim, but it's just a testament to those games of that era that they've all been bloody remastered. God knows how many times.
Yeah, yeah.
I've just
Skyrim
sort of
Alexa edition.
oh, fucking Skyrim. Tell you what though, we're talking about Kane and Lynch 2 here. I've just flicked onto it on Steam, and the top of the news column for this is: what game did you finish despite hating every minute of it? Says it all, really, doesn't it?
List of hundreds.
I've got a few.
All those games that Peebs played to try and catch up with my gamer score.
Yeah.
All
Well,
those
you remember
years.
when we're both members of like Boomerang, and I used to get like week, rinse them, send them back, and get another game, send it back. It's like completing 2 games a week. Mental.
That's why you got a divorce.
Well, yeah.
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
And then he finally overtook me.
Yeah.
All those years.
Are you
the
still
game
Are you
paid
still
off.
beating him now? Are you still beating him now, Peeps?
I think so, yeah.
I'm still only like 76,000.
You're not a real gamer, Colin.
I know.
I'm
I've
like
never had them, I guess.
107,000.
Does Fortnite have Chivos?
No, not
Oh,
on
It does,
that
well.
one.
it does for the other games.
It does for the proper game, but the battle
Yeah, the
royale
proper
hasn't got
game.
any.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I've got a couple of trophies on the PlayStation.
Okay.
It's made all those trophies super, like trophies or achievements, super rare ones though. Like for the ratio, because of obviously the number of people who own the main game to those who just own the battle royale.
Because I noticed the other day when I put the Xbox on, I got a couple of achievements for PUBG. I was like, but I haven't played this in 6 months.
Wow.
It's because it's now gone out of early access into a full game now, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't it come out this week? Speaking of achievements, I heard there was a Steam achievement for a game. Was it the Stanley Parable for not playing it for 5 years?
Yeah.
What?
I saw that.
Yeah, so like, what was it? The 17th of October was the first day you could legitimately get that.
Wow.
Yeah, because what people would do is they would change their system clocks and then do it. And no, I could never be bothered doing that. So I was like, I'll just wait the 5 years.
Yeah, fuck it.
I didn't play it at launch. I played it about 6 months after, so I
Good
still got
game.
about 6 months to wait. But
There was a console game that did that because I remember playing a game and I didn't go back to it, and then it came up to say, "Oh, welcome back," and it was like a month later because you hadn't played it for so long.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
There
for the
was
life of me what game it
one.
was.
There was
Oh.
one game, I think it was Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway, that had an
Right.
achievement for playing the game on Remembrance Day or something. It
oh,
was
do you
like one of
remember
the first
Batman Arkham
unlocked
City?
achievements I can remember. Oh, the Calendar Man one.
Yeah, Calendar Man. You had to do like 6 different ones. But you
Wow.
could change your clock if you went offline.
Shittest trophy or was it or achievement? The shittest one. What was it? A Simpsons game where you press start, you got a fucking achievement.
Oh, that's...
No, do you know what the shit one was? Do you know what it
I've had
was? It
games
was
that have done
Ghost
that.
Recon Advanced Warfighter get top
Yeah.
in the world. No one's ever getting that.
Well, someone's got it.
Civilization that gave you half
Some
a
people have.
three
Oh.
number. I
Fucking
remember
DJ Hero 1G achievement.
Yes.
Ugh.
that.
Burnout
1G.
Paradise being in the top 10 most viewed replays. And it was like whoever got that first 10 was pretty much the ones everyone, oh, let's see what that's like then, keeping it in the top 10. Oh, that's shit. What was that in the top 10? I don't know, because
Oh,
people like you
and-
keep watching it.
The Netflix achievements on Xbox One when that came out.
Oh,
What?
so
Oh.
pointless.
Yeah, but you got a day one achievement, didn't you? Do you remember that
Yeah.
when you bought your
I
day one?
did. I
Xbox?
remember. I
Yeah,
got a
I've got the
code for
cards
it.
still
I
somewhere.
remember.
Yeah.
I got one of those.
Unlock.
Yeah,
eBay,
and that was
mate.
right. It was
Bunch of losers, a lot
that-
of you.
Connect
Well,
had a
people
really
did
good
sell
thing
theirs
going.
online, didn't they?
Yeah.
You remember they did a QR code, and you could just hold it in front of your Kinect, and then it would do
Just
it. And
show
then
off
they
the
didn't
Kinect,
really
look,
use that
this is the
again
future.
after that point. I thought it was going to become standard. They did it for a few games.
Did you get
never did
Pete,
it
did you
again.
get excited by that, Peeps? Did you when you got a QR code achievement?
He didn't
Just
buy
scanned your
one.
day one achievement.
No, I didn't get it.
You
Yeah.
held off for a long time, didn't you, Peebs, on the
Yeah.
Xbox One, I think?
Yeah.
Did he? I
Yeah.
can't remember. I thought he got it.
Yeah,
later.
no, I think he held out a good year or so.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
I think it was the sort of time I was getting divorced. Well, we split up and I didn't have no money then, so I didn't buy it.
So Peebs, did you play Avatar, the game that gave you 1000 G in about half hour?
Is the Pope Catholic?
Yes,
I remember
you did.
getting that from Boomerang. I put it in the disk drive, and you could literally get the achievement in literally 10 minutes, if that.
I know. it's
So I
brilliant,
put
isn't
it in the console, got the achievements, took it out, and put it straight back in the letterbox again. Yes.
Genius.
that game's held its price because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that? I've noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it
Excellent.
cheap, which is why I've never done it.
No.
So look, I'm going to go on Amazon. Cheers.
That's what
Right,
I've
anyway, I'm
understood
gonna move
with
on to
some
another
probably
question.
games
Now I'm
that
doing
was-
it.
Why didn't
Avatar, the Earthbender or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Avatar, Last
Last
Airbender,
Airbender.
That's it, yeah.
Xbox.
Oh, I just want to answer Tim Shannon's question actually because we haven't answered it properly, have we? I think part of it as we've moved on with life. Obviously, a lot of us have got older and got families and stuff. But I think games have changed and not for the better, in my opinion.
Some have, some haven't.
Yeah,
So-
some
Yes
have
and
like
no, yeah.
PlayStation in particular is knocking out the park with their great single player story games. I think online gaming is not as good as what it used
Dan,
to
I've
be.
done the same thing on Australian Amazon.
Yep. £12.51.
What?
Still.
$263.
How much?
What?
263.
There's only 2 listings, and one of them's $260.
The most
The other one's
expensive
300.
listing, brand new,
Redonk, as
bring
people
out
say.
by a charlatan called Cellatronic, without free delivery, mind you. £56.75.
What? Wow.
Fuck off.
That game.
Avatar: The Burning Earth.
That's the one.
Burning
I
your
thought it
arse.
was the last
Right.
Airbender, the one that gave you.
Yeah, it's
No,
the same
it's
one. That's the
Burning Earth.
Yeah, it's the that's the THQ. God, they were a shit publisher, weren't they?
I'm pretty sure you can actually buy it digital
I
on
liked Red
the
Faction
one
Gorilla.
marketplace. Nick.
Oh,
So do I.
Yeah, man. Have you played the remaster of
Armageddon
that?
was
'Cause it's worth
garbage.
it.
No.
Looking at
Gorilla
the reviews.
Remastered is really good.
Yeah, remastered.
Here we
Yeah,
go. The reviews:
yeah,
2 out of 5. Like almost everyone else, I purchased this cheap just for the easy 1000G achievement score. Everything else about the game is instantly forgotten. It was passed from friend to friends.
Brilliant.
That's what you've got to do then, isn't it? If you've got a really crap game like, what's that, Ride to Hell? Do you remember when that came out? That was
Yeah.
a really awful game. They should just make it, should have on a box 1000G in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
mean,
I don't know
done.
what the hell it is.
Yeah.
miracle for achievement hunt. 1000G in 2 minutes. Oh dear me. But Peggy says grandson enjoys this very much. Recommended. Oh.
Reviews you trust, right?
Yeah. 1000G. Cha-ching.
Nan.
Sorry?
Cheers, Nan.
He said,
Fuck
cheers,
it.
Nan.
Cheers, man.
Right, next question is from AJ again. He says, Game of the Generation is Red Dead 2. Discuss. It's not out yet. But it is on 2 discs.
It's not out.
And it's going to
Could be good.
I've seen reports it's 107 gig, but I've just downloaded it
Yeah, I
and
saw
it's
that.
not that big.
Yeah, that's because you got a 30 gig patch day one, mate.
Yeah, you got a patch on it.
No.
haven't you?
Boom. And apparently
No,
there's an
from what I've
optional
read-
Xbox One X HD texture pack. or
From
something?
what I've read, it's 107, unpacked. But on the PlayStation, you need 150 to
Yeah,
unpack.
150.
I'm out. I've cancelled my
Yeah.
pre-order.
Oh, I've got it on disc. I got it very cheap actually. I got it for about £25. I'd say.
Do you think this game's gonna come out and be overrated?
Well, they're not
No,
doing the
I think
online
it's going to
straight
be
away.
as good as everyone says.
Yeah, the
Well, they
online
did that for GTA 5.
Yeah, the online's going to be in November. So you literally a single player from the off. That'll probably be about 30, 40 hours, I reckon.
Well, if I remember rightly,
They've
GTA
said
5
60.
online was broken for months.
Yeah, it
when
was.
first came out.
Month, because you had to queue to get. Do you remember you had to queue to get into
Yeah.
a room?
It was
in
well
GTA
worth
5,
it.
and if you stood by the door, you wouldn't let anyone in.
Oh,
How bizarre
was
is
this
that?
the
It's like
heist?
holding
You're
in-
talking about the heists, right?
Yeah, bizarre.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, I'm going to stay off it for a little bit, I think. See what
Well, I'm
happens, see what it's
getting
like. Are you getting
Yeah,
it? Okay.
I'll happily sit there on the single player until the online.
It's cost me 224 quid.
What?
Fucking what?
It comes with a console because I'm buying that one.
Ah, very good.
He's bought his
worked out
daughter Red
cheaper.
Dead Redemption and she's only 6.
No, I haven't bought that. I haven't bought that.
Yeah. So can we call this episode "Realistic Horse"? That'd be the name.
Well, I'm looking forward
Not
to
Back Mountain.
cattle herding again.
Yeah. Do you know? I read another one as well. I read that the horses shit on a schedule. Like they feed them, they walk around, day passes, and then they'll shit a cycle.
Nice.
Really?
I heard their balls move left to right.
I've heard that one.
Imagine that's your job at Rockstar.
Ball haggling.
Yeah, well, you have to animate contracting and expanding horse tent.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
imagine how that look in your CV, though.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be like Puddlegate. Just you're the guy who had to animate that puddle, and then you had to be the guy to edit that puddle. And Spider-Man goes on.
Have you heard about the
Puddlegate.
New Game Plus? They've added something as a piss take over that. I've
Yeah,
heard.
I know. They've added stickers in the photo mode of puddles.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been playing New Game Plus. It's been quite good. Enjoying it.
Right.
Right. Next question.
Next question is from. Well, AJ's bloody hell, you're filling up with questions. Is there a better dev studio than Rockstar?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of them.
Is what?
Ubisoft.
Yeah,
Not
Ubi,
at- oh,
Activision
forgot
Blizzard,
that.
Obsidian, BioWare,
Naughty Dog.
Nintendo, Naughty Dog, Squeenix, Capcom.
Bethesda.
Yeah, even Bethesda go in that list because they make more than one game every 5 fucking years.
Yeah, but they don't need to, though, do they, Rockstar? They release one
Yeah.
game, not even this generation, and it's still in the top 10.
Who,
That's
Yeah,
what,
but
it's
that
mad,
doesn't mean
isn't
it's
it?
a good thing.
who was the developer of Deadly Premonition?
Um,
Some
that's,
whack ass
was it?
Japanese studio.
No, that's
that's
Quantic
Swery, no,
Dream.
Swery,
That's
yeah,
Quantic
Swery.
Dream.
Swervy.
Swery,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen his new game? It's a cat game or something. Something
Who
random.
made? Who did
Remember
all-
Catherine?
Oh, that was
Catherine, yeah.
awesome.
Catherine's good.
That's coming
I
out.
remember
isn't
Trip
it,
got
Phil?
into Catherine. Bizarre.
That's coming back
Yeah,
out
that's
again,
getting
isn't it? They're
remastered,
re-releasing it. I don't know if
isn't
it's on everything,
It's
but it
not
is
that,
coming out on
yeah.
PlayStation.
Apparently, they're
Mhm.
re-releasing Catherine with adjusted levels and extra bits. I've heard as well. Apparently
Because
it's not just
gamers today are
straightforward.
pussies. Let's just say that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think Dan Swervy, I think
Yeah.
they've released one of his old games, Silver Case. I think that's his
Okay.
game, which has been released, but it's like a text adventure sort of thing. It's really old, but they've
Yeah.
re-released that on the Xbox and the PlayStation.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think it's any good though.
Probably not. Deadly Premonition, there was something special though.
Oh, it was
I,
good.
I spent
I still
hours
Never
on that.
played it.
Oh, it's so bad. It's great.
The driving's awful.
It's like steering a shoebox, isn't it? As he's rambling
Oh.
about.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you a game with horrible driving in it. Bloody Alone in the Dark.
Oh
Never
god.
played
That driving section. I've got the Chivo for that as well. I was quite proud I got it like not too badly actually. It's like through getting through a driving section without hitting anything or something. I just remember
It's almost as
this
if the,
isn't made for driving at all. This
yeah,
game.
the developers knew that, didn't they? By the sounds of it.
Right, shall I do another
I must
question?
admit. Yeah,
Got
go
him.
Yeah, I've got to jump off soon.
It's all right, mate. Ben Stevenson says, good luck with everything. Paul Clark says, oh, thanks, Ben. Paul Clark says, will this podcast be 3 hours long? We're
Yeah,
getting
it's
there.
getting there.
We're at
Maybe not.
45 minutes. I'm pretty
We're
sure
at
we'll be
2.
going.
Let's wrap it up and play some Overwatch.
Oh, no, mate. I've got Call of Duty to
God.
play.
Got Doctor Who to
What?
watch, man. Got Doctor Who to watch.
So do I.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk, it says, I just want to say thanks for all the hard work Mark has put into and the other hosts. I joined the podcast when I was looking to get back to games after years when the Xbox and PS4 came out. It's given me hours of fun with my friends and many thousands of pounds spent to keep up with the trend. Question, what's the most you spent on a game, DLC or specials?
Fuck.
Hang on a sec. Let me add something up.
You go on. Go on. How much money you spend on Warframe? Go on.
God of Warcraft is what I'm thinking of, actually.
Oh, World of Warcraft, bloody hell, yeah.
Think about it. I've subscribed basically non-stop for going on 12 years.
Okay, I spent an awful lot of money on
Impressive.
Street Fighter 4. All the
Did it make
DLCs,
you any
multiple
better?
versions. Nah.
I'd say myself, obviously, Final Fantasy 14. Same reason as you set her, like just the subscription and all the rest of it, and the
Yeah.
expansions and whatnot, all totaled
My,
up.
mine's got
Um,
to be one of the Assassin's Creed special editions with the statue. It's got to be one of.
I don't get those
Yeah,
special
I was
statues
gonna
with
say,
statues. I don't get them.
on a single game, not a special edition, just the game itself in one purchase. Mentioned it before. Capcom versus SNK SVC Chaos
Ooh.
on the Neo Geo cost me 299 quid.
Fucking hell, that's
hell.
just for a game.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Do you still have it?
No, what's it worth now?
I don't know. It's obviously went down. That
Go on,
was
Dan, look it
obviously
up.
because it's basically
I can't.
back then. You were literally with a Neo Geo game. You were buying an arcade for that
Yeah.
price. That's why they were so expensive. You were buying the exact same product as what's in the
Mhm.
arcade cabinet.
So, fucking hell. Just off like rough figures in my head, over 12 years, I've spent about $1,500 on World of Warcraft.
Jeez. It's all right.
It's
Mine
fine.
was
It's
big.
fine.
Gears of War
before
3
you take in like
statue?
merchandise?
Yeah, I got the Gears of War statue.
Event.
Yeah, that was £100, wasn't it?
I think I
it
got
was.
mine on sale, but
Yeah, I've never seen the statue. It's been in the box
Do you
ever since
know-
I owned it.
The one I always regretted not getting the Halo Reach one, fucking Noble 6 and Noble
Oh, yeah.
statue. I so
I saw
regret
that the
not
other
getting.
day downtown out in one of the CX shops, like windows.
That looks awesome.
I've got
I
that.
want
That's awesome.
Oh, do you know your Bioshock edition? That
That was awesome. Yeah,
Songbird.
yeah. I've still
yeah,
got that.
I remember
yeah.
your unboxing
Oh,
of
the
that. You made a
Songbird
video.
edition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
I remember
awesome.
you made a video of that one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually in a
actually-
box somewhere. I think it's in my garage.
Yeah,
That's
I've
quite
got
sad
quite
to
a
think
nice
about.
collection.
Probably mouldy now.
Oh, do you
Probably.
guys remember Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 where it came with the night vision goggles?
Oh yeah. Did they do another one with a remote control car as well?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
that was
That was
And
Black Ops.
one with a whatchamacallit?
Gamers buy
Thrown
so
on
Oh, the
much
mini
fucking
fridge.
shit.
Black Ops 2 had a mini
Yeah.
fridge.
Dude, that is awesome. A mini fridge. I want one.
My mate's got that. I've seen it. It's
Wow.
quite nice. Actually, it's like Juggernaut. It's,
Oh, God. I've just
Nice.
thought what I have spent the most on.
Go on.
My amiibos.
Oh fucking hell!
Sell them.
Are you
No,
still, are you
How
still
much have you
up to date
spent on
with those?
amiibos, Stunty?
I did stop, but I think I've got about 60.
No, what?
Hmm.
10 a pop or 15 a pop?
Yeah, no, they were 10. I never went over 10.
So, are they all
yeah,
boxed still?
yeah.
Oh, man, are you going to get into Starlink?
You are?
The new
What?
game, the Starlink game that's just come out, where you buy the ships.
No,
I thought
no,
you said Stalin. Are you going to get into Stalin?
Actually, I've spent a ton of money on Marvel versus Marvel Puzzle Quest over the last 4 years. I've been playing that game non-stop for 4 years. I just thought about it, and at
Oh,
one
wow.
point,
Hmm.
you did a VIP pass, which was a tenner a month, so you get extra bonuses. And I did that for a fucking year, so that was about 120
Wow.
quid.
Wow.
And I've done a couple of microtransactions here and there. And you know what? I'm still playing it, and I played it a lot
Bloody hell.
today. I played it a lot
Wowzers.
today. Not thousands.
Those Starlinks they look quite good, but they were 25 quid because I went into game the other day and they were 25 quid for the spaceship, and it does look quite cool. But nah, the only thing I did like though is the other things that Sony, well, it wasn't Sony, it's Koto or something like
Yeah,
that.
I've
They
got
like
the
Bloodborne.
Totakus.
That's right. Yeah, they look really nice, but they don't do anything. I mean, I did buy two. I've got Bloodborne and I bought the Nino Kuni one. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I've got three. I've got the Wipeout ship, Sonic and Knuckles, and I've got Halo Master Chief coming next week.
But they've released Halo, haven't they, and stuff. It's not just PlayStation. They've released all different things for it, haven't they? So, but the trouble is, they're like 11 quid for a piece of plastic that you can't even do anything with. At least with the Amiibos, if I did ever open them, I can actually
Mate.
stick them on something and it will
Mate,
read
you
and
need.
go,
I,
"Whoa."
you know, I think you should do. It's just they fuck it, and one day you and Evie just rip up all the paper, and then play.
No, that'd be sacrilege. That'd be like
Well,
that'd be like heart
nightmare.
attack material.
Just do it. Go on. Do
No.
it.
Trouble is, they're going up in price. You said there's going to be a crash and burn on the Amiibos, but no, they're going up in price. Number one, you look at Mario, number one now boxed.
Yeah.
So,
How much?
I saw one on eBay. It was about 50 quid.
Jesus. Some people buy so many old shit, don't they?
So, and I sold one that was unboxed for 20 quid, which I
Wow.
found in the summer. So, just quickly, Darren, you said that game on the SNK Neo Geo.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
SVC Chaos?
Yeah, that's the one.
£649.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
what that's going for now.
Neo-
Currently.
Neo Geo, was it
There's
F's?
a buy it now on eBay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because
600
this is the thing. This was back. Obviously, that was probably one of the most nichest consoles ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
And
never seen
obviously, those copies, like once they're in the hands of collectors and they've got that like mint edition, they're very rarely going to let it go. So it just drives up the demand for it.
And that's
And
why
the
Neo Geo
prices go
games
up.
are now very popular on the Switch in
Mm.
particular.
Yeah.
This guy's got loads of them for sale. I mean, then there was also the Neo Geo Pocket. I mean, I've got one of them, the Neo Geo Pocket. I've never seen the big Neo Geo out on the like a car boot and thing like that. 'Cause probably no one's that stupid to take one there.
I remember the funniest is my mate had the CD.
Nice.
Which was like, I didn't like it because the games, like, this was back early CD games, so games take ages to load, and then the King of Fighters series, every time you knocked out an opponent or one of the other team members or one of your team members got knocked out, you'd have to sit there for about 30 seconds while it loaded your other character in for the next round, and it was just like, oh my god. But yeah, anyway, I bought one off my mate, and when he was basically clearing it out, trying to get all his bits together, he'd left it round his fucking nan's house in the loft, like the box from where he was staying over there at one point, and she'd fucking hollowed it out and used it as like a compost pit.
Oh no!
It's like, yeah, no box. It just knocked about sort of 50 quid off the value of the thing at the time.
There's one on here, King of Fighters, 2003 from the same guy. £2,500 he wants for that. I love the way he wants £3.50 postage though.
No, you can download it on the Switch for £6.
Yeah. Check out of curiosity. Check to see how much Viewpoint is, because I remember even back then when I had the system, that was like one of the rarest games to get because there was only so many copies of it made, like for the actual home system.
Wow. It's a great system. I mean, I never even heard of it back in the day, really. I don't remember anyone.
No, I didn't either. No, it was one of those. Missed me.
It's only now that I've been playing a lot of the Neo Geo games. I'm like, fuck me, even now they look amazing and they play amazing as well.
Back in the days, you had them on like a Sony Trinitron or one of the other popular TVs at the time, and yeah, they did look fantastic.
Yeah.
And obviously, you had the thing of having them in your own home.
Yeah.
And then obviously a little bit after that, the arcades started to sort of die off, and then the old arcade boards needed homes, so they started selling systems that would play arcade boards. So you'd go and buy arcade boards from select sellers, and then you just plug them into these machines, and then you could run arcades off your TV at home as well.
Yeah, when did they come out, the SNK? Because I think I must have missed that point. I must have been out.
It was around 92, was it? Or 1990? It was around similar time of the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo, but obviously they were the big powerhouses.
Yeah, I was out raving then, and we had Mario Kart around my mate's house. Used to go around and play that for hours, and it was like get stones, that sort of thing. But no, that's all I remember was Mario Kart, and sort of we had a Mega Drive for Streets of Rage, because I remember finishing that. We had a load of friends around my house, and we finished that one night. But I don't remember anything else from that generation.
But you were pickled, mate.
I'll tell you what, going back to the Streets of Rage. Going back to the Streets of Rage. Amusing story with that. I was at school, and obviously I used to keep an eye on like import gaming and stuff, and I found out that Streets of Rage was coming out, so I took a couple of games to trade in, and I was going to bunk out of school halfway through the day to go all the way up to Bromley.
Bromley? Jesus.
Yeah, in London, to basically trade these games in to pick up a copy of, I think it might have even been the Japanese one, Bare Knuckle.
Yeah, it was called Bare Knuckle back then, yeah.
And basically, I told someone in my class that I was going to go and do that and to cover for me, and the fucker dobbed me in instead.
What was his name?
I got pulled up. I can't remember. Like, I ended up getting moved classes in my second year of high school because I didn't obviously get on with people in the original year, and I was a bit of a troublemaker, I suppose. But yeah, anyway, I got called to the headmaster's office because he'd found out, and then while I was waiting for him, I just went, "Fuck it, I'm getting my game," and just fucking went.
Hardcore gamer.
But you think back in
even now, I suppose.
You think back in the day, though. You think back in the day, you buy these games, but it was a case of we didn't have much money. You bought the game, you couldn't just go in and trade it in anywhere because it didn't do trade-ins, did they? If you bought a game and it was shit, that was it. You're screwed. I mean, I was Commodore 64 days, and that was like
they didn't do that at all.
It was even worse back then because you used to look at the cover art and say, "Oh man, this looks awesome."
How big was the box? Giant boxes as well.
Yeah. Yeah, great big box. The graphics on it's got a sexy bird on the front doing some kind of pose. You think, yeah, here we go. And then all you got when you open it is a line going up the screen. You're like, what? I've paid money for this. You know,
because especially with the small little $2.99 ones, was it like the Kicks collection or something?
Oh, there were some good games on that.
Yeah,
They were, but
the
the cassette tapes had little screenshots on the back, but you could hardly make out what they were because they were so tiny. Because obviously that to make holes in the back of the display case for the tape pegs as well.
Fun times.
Yeah,
how it's changed.
Right, I think we're down to like the last Facebook question now.
This is just the Facebook question.
Yes, it's just Facebook. Russell Soanes, what's the one quote that will define your memory of Mojo/360G? I'm thinking Jam Boys. I made the pizza. Next, etc. Oh, Jam Boys. That was fucking hilarious.
Next.
Oh.
Viva Pinata.
Oh, God.
Or Jason Stanton. Stanton.
Definitely purchased from Peebs.
Purchased.
Yeah.
Or next.
Yeah.
Next.
Next.
Yeah, next.
Besmirched.
Besmirched.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brought.
Or oh no, the greatest one is Webby's not going to buy any games this week.
Good. Fucking yeah, this game plays like donkey dick.
Hey, do you remember when I said last year that this would be my year of no game purchases? That went well.
Hey, you did very well from January to March, I'd say.
No, I said he did really well from January 1st to about January 2nd.
Well, I'm already getting ready for the podcast reboot by December.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that ain't happening, guys. I've already said.
I bet it does. I reckon that in that chat we have in time it'll
Well,
be
it might not be
so
Mojo like you said, but Mark, it's who's coming on the Mark's Gaming Den podcast. who's about at 7 p.m. I'm on the train. I'm in church. I'm out with the missus.
You could. The thing is, Webby, you could actually have your Mark Gaming Den, and you could actually have us there. As in, what you do is you have a little what are they called, tranquillitis or whatever they call, like the little puppet, and then you have us on. That's it. I can't say the word.
What the hell are you
what you have
about?
is you use our phone. Oh, don't worry, I've lost it.
I'm getting your mental image here, and I don't like it. No, don't go down that road.
Creepy puppets.
Bad road.
Creepy puppets.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, never say never for what happens in the future, but as I said, podcast.
Yeah, was it fourth time a charm? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
James
It
Bond
is,
said that.
it is seriously. You guys don't think I'm being serious.
No, I don't.
It's the end of an era.
Hey, do you have? Is there whiskey in you right now?
I'm drinking Budweiser, so no, I'm not tipsy at all. But
You got a lemon with that?
Yeah.
Mate, it's the only beer that was in the shop, all right?
Blue Moon.
Bullshit.
Well, I could have got a Corona and lime, but I couldn't be asked to cut the limes up, so meh.
Just get a whole lime and a sledgehammer. It's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
But no, I
Job
mean,
done.
do you want me to read out some of these emails?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get all emotional on us.
Shit, man. Oh, I've literally
They
had
are
one
there.
pop through.
Go on, read that one.
David Salt. So I'll read out his email as well.
Yes.
His email address.
No.
No.
I'm
Is
joking.
it
There's no anonymity here.
gmail.com.
Hi, Webby. I'm a couple of shows behind, but I've heard you're ending the podcast now for good. For me, this is very sad, but I know you'll have your own good reason, because to end something you enjoy and done for so long must be a tough decision. I came across your podcast about 8 years ago, just by chance. At the time, I was in a very bad place with depression, and I used to dread night times, but from the moment
Hang on a second.
What?
Check at the end of the email to see if this is it has actually been sent in as a question.
Or is
I'm
it?
gonna it's an email. I'm going to read it out.
It might have been someone having a heart-to-heart. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Well,
it
perhaps
might
all
go
the
in a
emails.
weird
I don't know.
direction, and you're writing something.
Or shall I read them out? Shall I read the rest of it out or not?
Yeah, no, read it out. Yeah,
Read it out. It should
But
be
from the
fine.
moment
I was
I
just
listened
saying,
to
like,
my first
just in case.
360 gamer cast, the night times became much more bearable. And although much better now, listening to you for half an hour or so before I sleep is something I'll continue to do. What you and the rest of the podcast crew have done for me and helped me through cannot be underestimated, and the thank you for that cannot be expressed high enough. So good luck in the future. Enjoy your family. There's still Twitter and Facebook to keep the community together, and who knows, one day I might even go online and join you in party chat. Thanks, David. Oh, thanks, David.
Cheers,
That's very nice.
mate.
Sure.
See you on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Pew pew.
Pew pew, party big group.
We're Oscar
Next
Mike
email.
drop zone.
Next email.
Stephen Pigeon. Thanks, Webby, and all the co-hosts for all your valuable time and effort you've put in over the years. Sorry, that stupid noise made me laugh. It's made for great listening and nearly put me off the road in laughter a few times.
Hey, he might have crashed by the time he's heard this.
Probably.
We never know if someone actually has. That's another worrying thought.
You can see right there the police go there. Yeah, but he was listening to this podcast.
That's why he's being ended.
Yeah.
He's been fucking sued.
We've been responsible for at least 4 or 5 roadside deaths.
Oh no. Sorry. Too much to
Okay.
drink.
At the end of the day,
Carry on.
family should always be put first. Once again, thanks and all the best for the future. Isn't that nice?
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Okay, Lawrence Osborne. Hi, Lawrence. Dear Webby and crew. I've been a long-time listener and I absolutely love the show. It saddens me to hear the news that the show is now shutting down. I think it was late 2009 when I first discovered the show as I was looking for a gaming podcast. I found 360 Gamercast on iTunes and haven't looked back since or found anything else that satisfies my gaming itch in the same way. I just wanted to say that you're a top bloke, Webby. Feels very weird to say that, seeing as I've never met you and have never made myself known to the community. But I can tell you're a great guy and obviously very passionate about the world of gaming. And all the past and present hosts too have all been fantastic. It has been a true pleasure being entertained by you guys all these years. It's crazy to think of the hours upon hours that the show has entertained me for, and it's all been completely free, and I'm sure I'm most entirely funded by your dime. Patreon as well. So for that, I am eternally grateful to you. I'm just going to have a sip of beer and carry on. I've laughed along with you guys over the years, and now I'm close to tears thinking that the show will be no more. It's a great testament to your character, Webby, in terms of how you have created this amazing show and community, and I know this has been a very tough decision for you, but at the same time I completely understand. I get truly excited when I see there is a new episode to download each week. I feel like I know you, Webby, and the co-hosts, even though I've never met you guys, and it feels like I'm losing friends, even in a virtual sense. I kind of feel bad for never reaching out and trying to be an active member of the community, so hopefully I might be able to play with you guys at some point. I'm away a lot with work at the moment, so that will probably be somewhat tough, but I'll try at some point. I wish you every success and best wishes for the future. And from the little snippets I've heard in the background of the shows, I can tell you have a wonderful family, and I know how hard it must be to juggle all your commitments whilst managing and putting together the podcast at the same time. Sorry for the essay. I know you're busy. Thanks for the memories. Kind regards, Lawrence. I won't forget your catchphrases in a hurry, like joining me on this fine evening, and of course, it's been emotional. Not nice.
Good email.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Are there
very
any
much.
emails with dick jokes in them at all?
No.
Quick, send some.
Okay,
Carry
I've
on.
got an email from Tim Shannon.
Oh.
Well, it's finally
Tim
come.
Shaw?
Well, it's finally come to an end. All good things must, I suppose. But over the last 9 years or so, Mojo and 360G have always been my number one podcast download. Although gone are the long gamer nights on many a shooter, racing or footy game, great memories will remain. I shall truly miss the show and can now put my backup 2 hard drives in the loft as they shall receive no more. Thanks again, Webby, and all who have made the show a community thrive. P.S. Can I have back those 360G discs I bought, posted back to you when you lost your copies? I'm still waiting for them. Yeah, okay. I better send them back, I suppose. Whoops.
He'll never send them back.
Maybe
Gone
at some
forever.
point. I just need to find them. Okay, Colin Blake. All right, lads. Gutted about the news. The Mojo podcast has been a staple of my working day for years. Best podcast ever. Been listening since the 360 Gamercast days. I can totally understand that family comes first. Enjoy your family time, mate, and I'll see you online. Cheers for the laughs, Webby and the crew. As you said, it's been a wild ride.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, dude.
I'm trying to see if there's any more. That's all the ones I can find in my inbox.
Cool.
Oh, thank you very much for those emails. It's very nice for people to send emails. Very personal emails.
Yeah, very good.
We've done the questions. We've done the emails. I'm kind of out of things to say right now.
What have we all been playing?
Oh, fucking hell.
Octopath Traveler is amazeballs.
Black Ops 4.
I'm sure I saw a question from Nobster in the Twitch chat. Something about how many games. Oh, my games of shame are as tall as me. If you stuck them all together, how high would they be?
Right. This.
Through my ceiling.
Some of them are digital, so.
All the ones Xbox hard drive, PlayStation 4 hard drive as well. Do they count?
Yes.
Shitloads of them.
I bet Stunty would have the biggest pile of games.
Choose zeros on mine list.
It's not really a tower. It's more like a house or a loft.
Yeah, it's a loft.
How many SNESes do you have now? Is it?
Hold on a minute, because I've just got to say goodnight to someone. Wait a minute.
There we go. He's biting the question.
He's like, fuck, I better not tell him I've now
He's
got 15 SNESes.
Gone to check.
I'm back again now. No, I've still got the 10. I haven't.
Just the 10.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, I will clear them down at some point. I'm buying PlayStations now.
Okay. What, PlayStation 4s or?
No, PS1s. I seem to be finding them at the moment. Well, actually saying that, I've been finding PS1s and original Xboxes. In the last 2 weeks, I've found 6 Xboxes originals.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so bizarre. But there we go.
Have they started to turn the weird yellowy colour as well, like the original white 360s?
No,
they're black though. The Xbox.
Black, yeah.
The original Xbox.
Not the 360.
Sorry,
the one with the Duke joypad.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah. Well, they're quite good because people still buy them. So.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I know they're massive. I tested an Xbox last week and it was like that is. I mean, I've got big hands, but these are proper big hands. You know, it's like
gorillas. Got a heft and weight to them as well. Mine's in my company.
You could kill someone with one of them, couldn't you?
Well, only Xbox as well.
Yeah.
Weight of that thing, weighs a ton.
I got one of those crystal original Xboxes actually.
Oh no!
Are they worth anything?
20
quid. Yeah. I found one of them. Yeah, they go for so. I've got the green one as well, the Halo one.
So how much? Buy it off me, yeah.
Well, I only give £2.
I was hoping more like 15.
No. I'm not buying them on that price to sell on. I'm not keeping them myself anyway.
15 quid's a good deal.
I don't want it.
You said you're collecting them for crying out loud.
No, collecting because I keep finding them. I'm not collecting them. I'm going to get rid of them. So.
Okay. So you buy original Xboxes for £2.
Yeah, well, something like that, and then I just flog them on. So.
Okay.
Not talking anymore. That's it. Move on.
My final offer is 15 quid.
You're secretly just going to try and build yourself like a living room fortress out of old.
I just want a life laundry where I flog it all the pole.
I'll buy your boxed amiibos off you.
I don't have any, mate. I don't have any.
All of mine are unboxed, Dunny. Does that make you sweat?
Yeah, it's a bit like you when the podcast ends. You're going to be sweating as well.
Shit, man. Look. It's Cloud Amiibo unboxed.
I don't have Cloud.
Oh, he's the best one.
I stopped in the late 50s. I can't remember. They did Cloud and Bayonetta. I never got them. I never saw them in the shops. It's the reason I never got them.
No, fair.
I'm sad. You can buy
I've
me
noticed
for
that Risky
Christmas.
Doo's in the chat. Do you want to say anything, Risky?
Hello.
Hello, my name is Risky
Hello.
Doo.
He was went from Irish to Scottish.
Very, very uncertain there.
How do you see the chat in here then?
Yeah, I think so. We've done the questions, we've done the emails. Is there anything any of you guys want to say for the final show?
See you all in a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas special. Game of the Year
For the
special's
game,
coming.
Game of the Year special, yeah.
Can
I've only
I
played
go to
3
bed?
games this year
Oh.
that are new.
Red Dead Redemption special.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next week then, yeah?
Guys,
Next
seriously, I know
No,
you're
in all
It's
seriousness,
been
then,
emotional. It's been emotional.
someone's got to be serious. I just
Yeah.
want to say thank you, Mark, for just giving me specifically, but I guess all these other buggers, a chance to rant and be heard.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm with that.
You know,
I like to think
Cheers.
I've picked up some special skills along the way from doing this.
yeah,
Thanks for
yeah.
teaching me.
Put it on your
Vocabulary.
CV.
Vocabulary and being able to talk bollocks for ages.
M&M's.
Yeah, NMMs. And what else was there? Yeah, as I said, no, I like to think also it's given me the ability to ramble a lot and also think on my feet a bit. So
Yeah, and also just to hang out with these guys on here because it's a hell of a community you guys have built up over the years.
Yeah,
it was quite but fucking brilliant.
Thanks, mate. It was quite funny to think that at some point there was about nearly 8,000 people listening to our shit week in, week out.
That's crazy.
Right.
Oh, fucking hell, 8,000 people. That's a lot of people. Minor internet celebrity stars we were.
Yeah, didn't we get nominated for Podcast of the Year one year?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, there was 1 year.
I think we came. We were in the top 10 on that, weren't we?
Mm.
The podcast awards.
We had all sorts of famous people on here, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had AC Bongos on here twice.
AC Bongos was on here, yeah. Guy Cocker was on here.
Yeah.
DJ Arcus.
yeah, I remember that.
He was fucking weird, he was.
What game did he? Was he did
Ultras Craft. It was a Minecraft clone. He was like, it's not a Minecraft clone, it's a game all on its own. Yeah,
Except that it looks exactly the same.
like Minecraft. Oh.
I remember in the early days we had this guy on the show who said he worked for EA, and then about 6 months later found out he never worked for EA.
Yeah, he got found out. Yeah.
Yeah. Knob.
Yeah.
Who else? What did we have on?
The guy from what was his name? American guy. Got his name. He was on I can't remember what he was.
Wally?
Nah, I can't remember. He was on quite a renowned podcast.
No, Doc from Sarcastic Gamer. He's been on.
We've had him on, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, no, everyone's got to remember Carl 360.
Oh God, Carl, my hero. You should follow him on YouTube. 5 Large Fries.
Yeah. Oh, you know we had Chris Cook, formerly of CDKeys.co.uk.
Where does he work now?
I don't remember.
As I said, we were minor internet celebrities.
Yeah.
Yes, very minor. And now there's all these Twitch and Instagram and YouTube stars which have millions of followers.
Do you know how much they get paid? Everything's free.
It's insane.
It's insane. And
There's
people just lap it up.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Mr.
There's
Both
us
Guys.
bitter old men.
Yeah.
The only game I got free with this fucking podcast was Internet Armageddon.
That's a quality game, though.
On the Vita.
Oh.
I never got anything, and I feel I should be compensated.
Too right,
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan, when I come and see you, I'll give you Buffy the Vampire Slayer, all right? When I come and see you next. There you go, free game.
Well, free game. Oh, thank you. Did you pick that? How much is that worth? Was it on 360?
No, the Xbox, the original.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what the
condition, still
mint
still
conditions.
sealed.
Oh, I'll take it to CEX. I'll get 10p for it.
Nice.
That's in credit, though, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll have to pay
yeah,
them.
probably, yeah.
I'll have to pay them.
It's
Oh,
not turning on.
all good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's almost like trying to let go at the moment.
I mean, I just want to say a big thank you to all the co-hosts who've given up their time to come on the show over the years, and for those of you who've stuck to the bitter end.
This is it. This is the bitter end where we slowly
Yeah.
exit out the door.
Yeah.
Rambling.
You know, this
So, when you-
podcast has given me a very important skill. It's taught me to survive 26 or 7 hours without sleep, and I stay up 7:30 and go to bed and wake up at like 3 p.m.
Sound like a robot.
Compliance.
It's
I'm slowly
5:05
dying.
and
What time in the morning is it, Elliot? Come on.
5:05.
Nice.
What time you got? Are you got work tomorrow?
Today, no.
Oh, thank
No.
goodness.
He's
I don't actually have
dying,
work this
he's
week.
dying,
I'm going on holiday on Thursday,
You're
Oh,
young,
nice.
mate.
which
You're
means
young
I'm missing
still.
Red Dead Redemption launch.
Oh,
upset.
mate. Don't worry about it.
You'll still have
Oh,
it finished by
yes.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I won't. I'm not back till next Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
but you'll
finish
probably
Wednesday.
still finish it by Wednesday.
Yeah.
So...
I can't wait till Elliot gets good internet. It's going to be great.
Oh man, I'll be downloading everything.
He'll be starting his own
Download 4K
podcast,
porn.
his
It'll
own
be
Twitch
great.
channel.
Yeah, we sat there.
Mm,
I'll be honest. When I do get good internet, I do plan on a stream.
nice.
Just
What are you
no,
gonna say
just.
something- What are you going to
Oh
say?
no,
Something
sorry,
else? Then
no,
you're gonna be
not
streaming
Twitch.
something
I'll be
else.
no, sorry, I'll be going to Mixer.
What?
You're going to
Mixer?
Melissa.
Microsoft's streaming one. You get
That's-
rewards.
Mm.
I thought you said you're going to be streaming Melissa. Who's Melissa?
Good luck, mate.
Hmm.
Forward to the fast. Coming.
Yes.
Wow. If no one has anything else to say, I'm guessing.
We kind of run it out, mate. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we have some sad
You might-
music at the end?
No sad.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll
I'll
edit
be
in
online.
some violin music, some sad violin music or something.
Or you could go completely the opposite direction and just find the happiest piece of music you possibly could.
Yeah. I think
Or
we
just
No,
Eric's thing.
you know
for the
what?
800
You know what would be the perfect ending? Fade out, and
Yep.
then it starts episode 1 intro. It's just
Ah,
a loop. It's just a big loop.
I'd like a slow hand clap, please.
I'd like a nightcap and some milk and bed.
I want the music from Halloween.
Hey Dan, I don't think I'll be watching Doctor Who.
Yeah, you go to bed, mate. Is it
Yeah.
daylight yet?
Getting
Has the, sun,
close.
has the sun come up yet?
I've got blackout curtains. I'd have to check.
No, don't.
is in Australia the sun goes down?
I know, it's come up. Is it?
Oh yeah, it's getting there.
Good, good.
The sky is blue again and black.
Yay, there you go. Up and down.
Oh yeah, because it's their summer now, isn't it? Bastards.
Yeah.
Near enough.
Classic.
Hey, I was
Fucking
I
happy.
was in England 2 weeks
No,
ago.
well, you are,
Not-
Darren.
not
Yeah,
really.
it's your favourite time now, isn't it?
Mind you, it's been pretty fucking warm this week anyway, hasn't it? It's been
Yeah.
pretty like
Man, it didn't
Last
rain once when I was in England for a week.
There you go. I was
It
at the
didn't
Isle
rain
of Sheppey. I was at the Isle of Sheppey earlier today, Darren, walking the dogs. What a shithole.
Did you see
Oh,
any
I've
turn-
been there for a long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
Did you
Oh,
see
well.
any turnips, Sly?
I didn't indeed. They're building a lot of houses over there.
No,
They're building
Sly.
up
Did you see
everywhere.
any turnips?
Yeah.
Oh, turnips.
Great Yarmouth.
No.
Yeah, they got loads of turnips in Great Yarmouth, haven't they? Well, they did have when I was last there.
Fuck all else
I
there.
don't think. Do you know what
That's
I did
very rude
see
about
though?
the population of
I
Great
saw a
Yarmouth.
really I saw something really daft. So we were about 2 minutes. We were coming back from Norwich. About 2 minutes from the Premier Inn. There was a traffic accident, and we got stopped probably miles from our hotel for an
I
Cool
think
story,
your
bro.
battery's running low.
Yeah, I think you're slowly dying there, Sly.
Hmm.
sort of time.
Mark, I'll be around.
Yes,
Good.
tatty bye.
Yeah.
No,
So,
Oh,
that's it,
guys.
Is this it then?
Mm.
Well, we better do the endings, the final goodbyes.
This is the end.
Yeah.
Shit,
The
man.
final
I
curtain.
can't believe this is the last time. This is quite
It's not.
It
emotional.
won't be.
Till the next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
This is Resident Chivo Whore, Mr. Peeves. Tatty
Oh,
bye.
you jumped the line,
about.
Pete.
You jumped the line.
he did.
Jesus Christ. You're so out of touch with this.
Yeah, God,
Napoleon
Peter's been on for
Podcast
ages.
host.
So,
You have to edit it in line. Edit it into line.
oh,
He
fuck
won't
that. I can't
edit
be asked.
anything in.
Right. Final words.
So, final words. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening to the show. Especially for those of you who've been here since the beginning. That's just fucking amazing to me. You've been listening for 10 years or so. That's just nuts. Massive thank you to the co-hosts for sticking around and for making the show what it is. Without you guys, it would not be, good, funny, awesome, crazy.
True.
Are we those things?
Yes. And so the community will not die. We still have a Facebook group, still have a Discord group, still got Twitter. We're still going to be playing games. So yeah, just thank you everyone for the wild ride.
Yeah, man.
So from me, Mark Webb, well, for the last time, from me, Mark Webb, Gamer Tag, PSN ID, Steam ID, Webby317.
Group hug, you motherfuckers. Said my dad.
Thought you didn't like hugs, but I welcome the invitation. And
I called you a
it's been
motherfucker.
Awesome. Yes, thank you. Goodbye, everybody. I'll be around. So let's game.
See you all later. Sensei Switch.
Watch this space. Setter.
Good night, Sly.
Good morning.
Oh shit! It.
Peeps.
Resident Chivo Whore signing out.
I love how you roll the R.
See, Paul.
And number one Stuntmaster, see you around some point.
So yeah, thank you very much. Don't forget you can find me personally on Twitter at Webby317 or at Mark's Gaming Den. I have a website. It's marksgamingden.com. Check it out. Find me on YouTube, Mark's Gaming Den. And yeah, thank you everybody. It's been amazing, and we will not see you next week. We will. Fuck me, we won't see you again on this podcast.
Should we do Forza
feed.
next weekend?
So the
Let's
next
do Forza.
episode that'll be on this feed will probably be episode 1 of 360G.
Sweet. I look forward to going through it all again. Mark's Gaming Den can live on.
Yeah.
Shining happy.
Yeah, but most
people
importantly, my
holding
internet is
hands.
coming December 2018.
What's happened? Can you hear Elliot? He keeps cutting out.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can hear him.
Yeah,
What's
I
going
haven't
on
got the fast speed yet.
So anyway, Mark's
Take
Gaming
the
Den will be
photographs
alive.
and
That
still framed in
so.
your mind.
Anyway, guys, we're rambling. That's the end. Thank you very much.
Long
We'll
goodbye.
See you never again.
Yeah.
Ever.
Ever.
Bye.
See you in London in February.
Yeah.
Yeah. February. Peeps is buying.
Clarky's got something in his eyes, probably jizz.
There's a nice visual. Thank you.
Oh dear.
Take another
At least it's not in the mouth. That could be worse.
Salty.
Or in the ear.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but you can just sneeze and it fly out, isn't it?
Oh, one thing I want to mention actually, just quick before we go.
Oh,
I
fucking
really
hell.
enjoyed Clarky doing his Periscope on Twitter the other day. If people can do more Periscopes, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I did. He was walking the dogs. It was
Yeah.
shit.
I thought it was the dogging
It
video.
was in a World War II bunker, and it was
Yeah,
not.
that was the one I saw, the pillbox one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
All he
Yeah.
did was
Oh
he was
man,
walking
I
up in a-
forgot about Periscope. Download.
I really thought it was a dogging video he put up.
Ah.
No, that
Anyway.
was later on.
That's the end of the show. Thank you very much. On to the outtakes. Bye.
Taddy bye.
Okay.
So we're doing 3 hours of out.
So we're doing another 3 hours of outtakes, or
No.
I mean, I'm always up for hanging around chatting shit. You know that.
I want to watch Doctor Who. Sorry.
So do I. I might actually do it. Bro.
Lucky's dogging
I
video.
think Eric's gonna
It's
collapse.
dogging video.
You sound like I feel after Sony's press conference at E3 because I usually end up
Man,
staying
you-
up to
you-
5 a.m. to watch that
You,
shit.
you,
like
you
watching
don't
the
know
sun
what I
come
got
up.
up to. You don't know what I got up to this evening before because God, I went and
What?
played state competition laser tag.
Oh, nice.
Oh, very good.
I'm very, very tired.
Down there.
Did you win?
Sore.
Guys, I'm
well,
gonna
it's
shoot.
three. It's
All right,
three
Colin.
heats.
Thanks very
Oh,
much
okay.
for coming
Catch you
on,
later,
dude.
Cole.
See you later, man.
Yeah, I'll catch you.
Yeah,
I'll
see you
catch
later.
Bye bye.
Catch
soon.
you in Pirates at some time.
3
We're
heats, eh?
current third.
How does that work when you're really, really tall?
I stand by the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably can get noticed quicker than all the rest because they got like well because you're tall.
I mean, I'm the tallest Australasian national player that there has ever.
What are you, like 7 foot?
11.
7-Eleven.
Wow. That's
Wow.
a
Yeah,
store.
you want to open some
America.
shops, mate?
Hello, I'm the
Yeah.
tallest man in all Australasia, and I have
And-
come to open your supermarket. Don't you know I'm from Portsmouth? Clip, clip. There you go.
Back in Portsmouth.
It's got to be a
Yeah.
quite advantage though, isn't it?
It
Being a bit
is.
taller because they've got to aim a bit higher to obviously shoot
That's
you.
right.
It's not at, like
They
the
all
chest
aim.
level.
Top shelf, mate. Top shelf.
The only
all
problem-
the
Anyone
good.
follow me on Periscope?
Oh,
Take me
Peeps has
down.
just said, I love you all, even though none of you turned up to my wedding.
I was at another. I was at another.
That was the problem.
Dude, don't you pull that shit on me again? I would have
Yeah, I
been
had no-
killed. I would
was
have
on
been
my own.
murdered.
My babysitter for me.
Yeah.
I'd have to bring my daughter along. I don't think she'd be happy to come along.
Hey, can't you have another wedding? Just get another
Yeah.
divorce and we'll come to another wedding.
Yeah, Pete, start playing more games again. Go on.
Let's just do a meet up in Brighton and get fucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Brighton 'cause it's easy to get to.
Yeah,
The
and
last
like,
time I went,
Well,
So
I've got-
we'll win.
yeah, come along, and basically what you got to do, because I've got my own flat. It's not very big though. Bring your own mattress and sleeping bag. Little mattress. I'll stick it on the floor. Done, and you can all curl up on the floor, and it's all good. There's someone can sleep in the hallway. Someone can sleep in the bath.
And we need to
Done.
go to Knobster's Pub
Sleeping
as
in the
well.
bath always looks uncomfortable.
I'll go for the bath because that way, if I throw up on myself, I'm in the bath.
And you're cleaning up.
But yeah, but, it's fine because I'll be in the bath, so I can just hose myself down.
Oh, maybe I'm breathless already.
It'll be fine.
Oh,
Last time I went to Brighton, I got so pissed. The next morning, we went out to get breakfast. I sat there. Breakfast was, delivered to us, and I looked at it and went, "I can't eat this,"
Oh, no way.
Oh man.
and didn't. Me and my mate.
Was that
were
when I
just-
saw you in the Flame pub, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the next day after that, we were so pissed. So
Good old Brighton for a piss up.
mm,
We did my mate's Brighton Stag Do recently in September. We got VIP lounge with Nathan and co. In Stoosh, 250 quid bar tab, or you put down 250 quid, and then you get that on the bar. And you get presented a menu of by a waitress in the hot pants, and then you go, "Ooh, very good! I have £250 to spend," and you go, "Okay, oh fuck, bottle of vodka and a bottle of whiskey, that'll do," and that's all gone, done. As some shots. I don't remember.
Dan,
much
did I ever
about
tell you
that.
about the bar I went to? It was a
Was that the one where you went to with Bolo?
no, it wasn't.
What the one in Great
Um,
Yarmouth?
No, it was.
Yeah.
It's basically designed to look like a speakeasy, but you have to knock on the door, say a password, you go down a flight of stairs,
And
very
then you get,
dimly lit.
and then you get sexually assaulted.
Was
Sounds like a
not
great time.
assaulted. It was a rum bar.
Ah, okay.
a run or run bar?
Rum bar. Rum bar.
A run bar.
Rum
Not
bar.
like the dance, not like a rum bar.
Cool, cool.
Rum bar.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. It was cool having to like tap on
And?
the door and say a pass.
And was it any good?
Yeah. I had a drink as well. It was called a dance. Have you seen like they look like jars?
The what?
What?
You know the cups. They look like jars.
Moonshine.
Ooh,
Moonshine jars.
Moonshine.
Is that what the jars are called? Are they called moon?
Just jars.
The jars, yeah, but that's what moonshine you typically when they do like
the jugs.
Yeah, prohibition. When
Yeah.
prohibition booze and they did moonshine. They served up in jugs.
It was out of those.
Okay.
Lots
Cool.
Don't remember.
Don't remember much, do you? You were very drunk.
I was pissed that.
Very,
Then
very
I
drunk.
remember after we left the bar, we had a 4 or 5. And
You,
they were
dude,
strong drink.
you sound shit faced at the moment, mate.
We went to the bottle shop, cider, and then we drank.
My
And then
God.
we drank all the cider.
Mate, you sound so drunk.
I got up in the morning. And
Got up in the morning.
Oh,
I stayed
yeah.
up all night. Do the
I've been
podcast.
drinking. Drinking
Oh,
since
man.
4.
Elliot, next time you come over to the UK, yeah, just come out, come find us. We'll go and get shit faced, yeah.
I would have this time, but I wasn't
I
there
know.
very long.
I know, mate. I know. Don't worry.
And you were quite away from us as well, weren't you?
So sooner or later,
Yeah,
mate. Sooner or later, you'll be earning shitloads of money. You better come out to the UK. Job done. So
I think the person I was closest to was Pete. Still,
Phoebes. We've lost Elliot.
Yeah, he's
up
dead.
to it.
His internet's died.
Is he finally gone? Is he?
His battery ran flat.
Oh
Hello?
dear. Oh, he's back again.
No, he's still going.
Back up.
Quick,
Oh.
get the rat to go around quicker.
So we got to do Forza. So the same time. So it's in the podcast next week. We'll do Forza.
What? What the fuck?
Then on the podcast next week we'll do Forza.
Next week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then what we'll do is we live stream the conversation, and then that's episode 478.
Yeah, strip out the video, just put the audio up, and you're all good.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah.
Job done. And that means editing still. We've got to stop doing editing.
Well, let's let Sly edit.
No, you've already said you.
I
I've
did
already
that
said,
for about
I'm
7
joking.
episodes, and then
I've already
he
said
didn't do
goodbye
that.
3 times on 3 separate podcasts. Anyway.
Yeah, but they were all on Frost Media.
No.
Touche.
So now I'll be introducing
balls.
myself as Elliot from Digital Diaries.
Digital
I've
Diaries.
changed now. I'm joining.
Digital Diary sounds like it's run by teenage girls, mate.
Yeah.
Is that what you're in? Is it Digital Diary?
I've been on there like
Dear
twice in 2 years or so.
Diary. Oh,
Do you
I'm
have
a soul,
confession time?
And Jeff doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This boy I like won't talk to me.
no, I've got pimples. I'm no good at it.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So this is the
Yeah.
end of the outtakes. Then this is it.
Yeah.
This is the 4th goodbye tonight.
But
Yeah.
but us lot will still be talking.
Of course, I know we will. We'll talk always talk shit. But are people still listening to us talk at the moment?
Yeah.
One or two.
Yep.
Clarky's still here, I bet.
Oh, Clarky, Clarky.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah,
Oh,
still here.
Collie Wally's gone. I know what I want to say that'll annoy him, and then we can end, like, proper end.
All right.
I wanted to hear someone...
Quantic Dream
Final
and
shot
David
across the
Cage
player.
make quality game.
Yes. I wanted to hear Clarky's thoughts.
Clarky's
Has
on
he got?
what?
You don't want to know.
On what? On telegraph poles, isn't it?
Talk to us.
Yeah, dogging and telegraph poles.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some better videos up. They're not good enough, Clarky. I can't wait till the 8th minute.
Yeah. Have you got any with Stan Collymore?
No, we've got
I noticed Colin's come back since I said that.
Huh?
Bit of Phil Mitchell.
Colin came back.
Phil Mitchell.
I'm calling back.
He's like, oh, imagine this face
It's
peeling.
like Arnold
knocking one
Schwarzenegger.
out.
I'd be back. Carly Wiley's back.
Colin's come back to tear into Heavy Rain again, hasn't
Mm-mm. Does anyone want to play Overwatch?
You can just
That's
play
it. That's the
can't
ending.
you?
That's it. That's the ending.
No,
I'd
you're
love
right,
to.
mate.
My
It is.
missus is playing
I've got to
Forza
go
on
to
the
bed.
Xbox.
I've got to get up early tomorrow, and I've got to watch Doctor Who.
So do I,
I'm
Dan.
gonna
So
play
do
Call
I.
of Duty.
Oh shit! What works tomorrow? Fuck.
I'm
Dan, it's Doctor Who shit.
Mate, I'm busy the next 2 nights after this. I'm out the cinema tomorrow night, and then I've got a leaving due for work on Tuesday.
What are you watching? Anything
What
good?
are you watching?
Hunter Killer with Gerard Butler.
Oh, yeah.
He looks, it doesn't look good, but
No.
I've seen everything else. I saw Halloween on Friday. That's really good.
Oh, is it?
How's Venom?
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to watch it.
Oh, you fucking.
Dan, what do you know about the bad times at the Hotel Royale?
It's supposed to be good, but I haven't seen it.
Is that a western?
No, it's a crime thriller noir, murder mystery, overlapping time kind of thingy-bob. So, haven't seen that.
Do you know what I am
Venom's
looking forward to?
I like Venom.
Into the Spider-Verse. That's what I'm looking.
Oh yeah, that looks good as well. That looks good. I have seen Bohemian Rhapsody. That was good.
Oh, was it out? It was it's the bloke from Mr. Robot, isn't it? What's his name? Rami Malek. It's Rami Malek, right?
Does he do it justice?
First thing I remember him in was the Pacific, where he was flicking.
Oh, he was in Up Till Dawn.
Smashed open skull.
Oh yeah. That's where I was coming on Until Dawn, wasn't it? Yeah.
Very good.
He was the creepy brother.
Cool. Right, let me say goodbye again. Right, I'll go watch Doctor Who. Colin,
I'm also going to watch Doctor Who.
But not
the late
tonight.
shit.
That's okay, Dan. I want to get serious about a stateside meetup at some point. That's so on deaf ears.
That's the old theme music. That's not the new theme.
We've established we all know how that goes.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying goodbye again.
Right. I'm off as well now.
Take it easy, man.
Take care, man.
Take care, Webby.
Yeah, man. Cheers.
Hey, Webby, don't be sad, dude. You've made a
we
lot of
love
friends
you.
and done a lot of really good things with this, and it'll continue on into the future.
Cheers,
So
man.
thank you.
Definitely do a meetup for February. Wow. Definitely do a meetup for February and
February,
and
January,
Brighton
February
at some
time, yeah.
point.
Right, yeah, Brighton when it's nice and sunny again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's
Right,
not too
next.
far from me.
There
Right,
you
see you
go.
later. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye. 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 Oh,
Is everybody leaving?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, man.
I
I'm
think
scared to
so.
push the off button. I don't.
Webby,
I don't-
can you not plug the Xbox into the monitor?
No, my missus is playing Forza.
Oh.
Nice.
I thought you had Forza on the PC.
Yeah, but I can't play at the same time. It kicks it. If I load up on the PC, it kicks her off the Xbox.
What's the
Pretty
point
weird.
of having it on the PC then?
No, because it's play
You
anywhere,
just
so
play
you
it
can.
wherever you want. But
You
only
have
We
the
still
one
haven't
game.
finished this, have we? Come on, right. Finish it. 5, 4.
How do you get out of here? I don't know how to get out of the room. I can't. I've
Through the
closed.
door, Paul. Through the door.
Yeah, but I've closed the app and it's still on. How do you get out?
You got to disconnect the voice. There should be
Right.
like
There's
a hang
a
up
phone
phone button.
handset with an X on it. Click on that.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm still here. How do I get out?
No, bring the app back up and then look in the bottom right hand corner. You should see the phone with the X button.
Oh,
the
yeah,
X
there it
next
is.
to it. See you later.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Quality.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch
Brilliant.
Doctor Who or go to bed. I haven't
Enjoy.
decided yet.
I'm gonna miss this bollocks.
Are you still there, Colin?
Bye.
Yeah, I'm here.
See you,
The
Sly.
missus has said that she'll come off Forza if we want to play something.
Brilliant. Do you want to stay in Discord chat or just hop on Xbox Party chat?
We'll go on Xbox Party Chat. We'll play something.
All right, man. I'll hop on. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Miss you
See ya.
all. Thank you, everyone, for coming on.
Cheers, Robbie.
Bye.
Cheers, Webby, mate.
I'm
Cheers,
sad
mate.
now. Everyone's going. I'm sad.
Oh.
Don't go.
Well, you're going as well. It's fine.
I know. But I'm going to be the last one to leave the room, so everyone else has to leave
You're
first. You have to
Let's
have
go,
to leave first.
guys.
Stand off.
Take it easy, guys. See you soon.
See you later.
Cheers, Sensei.
Thanks for everything, Webby. It's been a great 10 years.
Cheers, man.
Everyone's slowly fading away.
Oh no, it's like people are dying.
Oh man.
No, I am still painfully alive, unfortunately.
Oh Oh man, never mind.
That's sad.
It was a good run. It was a good run.
Yeah, it's great, and like I said earlier, just cheers for giving us the chance. It's really helped my confidence and everything. So,
Good.
mucho apreciado.
Definitely.
I would have loved to have kept it going, but
Needs must. You've given everyone your reasons, and I don't think you've had a single person going, "Well, fuck that," right?
Mhm.
So more can you ask for? You've had what 10, 11 years out of it, and you've got a community that's still this strong. I look at that as a win-win.
Yarp.
It's all right, dude.
It's all right. Just cry on the pillow later.
Yeah, well, he does every night.
Yeah.
Wait, or is that no? It's just me.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean just in general.
Well.
Right.
I suppose I better go. I'll leave you. Otherwise, we'll be here forever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get on party and just enjoy the rest of the
Enjoy
night.
yourself.
No,
Play
you hang
games till
up.
5 in the morning.
No, you hang up. No, you
Nah,
hang up.
I'll catch you some point during the week, Mark.
Yeah, man. See you
Have a good
worky.
Well, probably not, but
Oh yeah.
Tatty bye.
See ya.
Bye. I'm off ski now. See you later, Wavy. Cheers for everything,
Bye,
mate.
bye.
Take it easy,
Cheers.
mate.
No worries.
Cheers,
Yeah.
mate. Bye.